Yo, we are live. We are live. We are live. No intro. I'm just gonna start it like this. How about that? It's been a minute. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to all my people locked in, locked on. Let me just bring on the Spurs man them and let's just talk, bro. First of all, I got NSO, aka Scott Hall, new Spurs order. What are you telling me, my broski, man?
I'm about, bro. That's all they need to know, innit? I'm on a
Same
bit
to
of a run right now with all the podcasts, so long may it continue.
I hear it. And also, man's got Deji up in the building.
Thank you, bro.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
It's felt like a minute, bro. I feel like we've been on a journey, bro, in the last year. And sometimes you need to just take a seat back and appreciate the ride and the journey that we've been on. The last time I saw you, my bro, we were umming and ahhing about whether we were going to win a trophy. We've won a trophy, and now we're looking forward to slapping up PSG. It's funny how things can change in the blink of an eye in football, and all of a sudden my club's moving like how they should have been moving, how they should be moving, bringing the Kudus in, bringing in the Morgan Gibbs-White, because I think that deal's done. The fact that we're looking at the Waltons, the Wissers, and all of a sudden, bro, I think I'm delighted with what we're doing as a club. And also because of the players that we're bringing in, it's making me feel a little bit more at ease with Thomas Frank. And I can't wait for the season to start, my brother. I really can't.
I big up Mitch. Is the first one to enter in.
What's happening, boys?
Tune,
all good?
The tune man there. Yeah, man. You
Yeah.
telling me, man. You good?
Yeah. All good. I'm just a little bit bored of this Isak speculation now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what's your thoughts? But we'll get into that, man. We're gonna get
Are we
into
going to wait to get into that? Because there's a lot of things I need to pick up with Mitch and Tune. And true say, I didn't really get to give you guys too much smoke in the season. Treated you, man, with a lot of respect. But I have some serious questions to ask you, man, and I'm looking for answers from you, man, this evening.
There's answers. It's all good, man. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen. I don't mind. We can start.
You want to get into it, Mitch?
We can start.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, calm. I'm ready. Let's roll up.
So look, bro, I'll be real, and I don't want you to receive it that I'm not trying to be condescending or patronizing, but there was a couple Newcastle brothers that said this. You know, winning the Carabao Cup was one of the biggest things that you man have done in your career. I understand you not won a trophy for 70 years. And not you, Mitch, because you're one of the real ones, but some of these other shameless brothers were telling me the importance of winning the trophy and how winning a trophy brings a winning mentality. Now, I'm not going to lie. I know there were moments towards the end of the season, you were feeling uncomfortable with the amount of man them that were shaking their bum violently for your club and also for your midfield. What I'm not getting, though, bro, is the Langer signing. And I'm not getting that there's a strong possibility that you can get rid of, you're going to get rid of Isak and bring in this brother from Frankfurt. Bro, that's not winning mentality. That's more like I'm scared of where I found myself. And now we're going to retreat back to old Newcastle, which is we want to go there, but we don't really want to go there. Because that's really what I'm seeing, bro. There is nothing winning about the moves that you're making so far in this transfer window.
Really? Cool. I get that. I get people are going to underrate Elanga. I understand. We'll see. I reckon it's going to be a great signing. But Isak's going nowhere. There's none of this scared. Everybody's going on like Liverpool, a little brother in us. No, they're trying to. We're the little brother that's now hitting 14, 15. And man's trying to struggle him up against the wall. And we're like, nah, man, move. Let me go about my day. We don't run like that no more. That ain't it. So we ain't them guys. You've come here. We've said no. Go away. Come back with something like 200 and we'll start a conversation.
So you're saying that, right, if they offered you 150 for Isak, you wouldn't take that and build your squad around that accordingly? Because obviously it's a massive... Remember last time you were in Champions League, it got a bit techie because the squad wasn't quite... Like, don't get me wrong, your first 11, for me, is there, innit? But when you go past that first 11, you look in the squad, I don't know, man. I'm not too confident.
That's what we're doing this summer, though. That's why we're bringing in Ekitike. It's not Ekitike or Isak. It's adding more to the squad. So then you've got, in a forward line, you've got Isak, Ekitike, Barnes, Gordon, Murphy, Elanga. That's 6 forward players I've just named it.
Yeah, Mitch, I would agree with you, but there's something quite weird about I can't really say his name, Ekitike, because he's kind of similar to Isak in a way. He would be the ideal replacement for Isak if he was gone. I can't see how you would have a player like him and Isak in the same. Like to do that's mad. That's like having Haaland and Haaland. You know?
No. See, I get what you're saying with the similarities, but Haaland is just a 9. Haaland is just a 9. Yeah, remember Isak plays with Gyokeres at Sweden. They play together. It's not one or the other. They're both 9s at their club, and they play together for Sweden. Antti Elanga's also in that side. So if you then put Isak and Ekitike together, we can play a 4-2-3-1. They can play, one can play off each other, and they can switch. They can float wide. All 4 of them front 4. So you had a front 4 of Isak, Ekitike, Elanga, and Gordon that were just consistently moving positions throughout the game. That's a problem.
All right, let me ask a question, and I'll ask Jar. I'll bring Jar in, yeah? Who do you reckon's got the better lineup at the moment, like Newcastle or Spurs?
Good question, my guy. I was going to ask the same
It's going to
thing.
be Newcastle.
Huh?
Yeah, see.
She's lost.
Did you look? Why you look so confused, Edge? Man got asked a question and answered honestly. Why are you so confused?
You're referring to.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to run it again, my brother.
You said front line, right? You said front line, right, Ash?
Yeah, no, I didn't say front. I didn't say squad. I didn't say squad. I didn't say squad. To be fair,
Yeah,
I didn't say squad.
It's gonna be Newcastle. Look, Solanke until proven. Well, you know what? What I will say is Spurs' front line. The caveat is last season we had a man that was a bit of a madness for a manager. So we probably haven't seen the best out of these players. However, of what we've seen, Gordon is I'd say a good enough, decent winger. I wouldn't rub him out. He's not like, I wouldn't say he's a world beater, but he's definitely a very good Premier League winger. Alanga's had a great season. He's coming off a great season. It's a bit harsh to kind of like play it down considering the fact he's just come from Nottingham Forest. We don't know what he's going to do in a Newcastle shirt, but we've seen him have a good season under Nottingham Forest in a different play style. Barnes, when fit, is a good piece to have in your squad. Who plays on the right for Newcastle? I can't remember the other guy.
Murphy was right last season.
But Elanga can play there, innit?
That's where Elanga will play, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on Murphy.
Who's better? Barnes or Elanga?
Elanga. Overall, as a player, Elanga. If you're looking at numbers, probably Barnes.
If Barnes stays fit, I'd say he's better.
All right, big up Preach, man. Let me bring in Preach still, because Liverpool acted kind of like, I don't know, they kind of acting like bullies. Them man are saying, "Rah, we want your guy, your top gunman. We want him." You know what I'm saying? But they said, "Rah, if we can't get your gunman, we're taking your player. We're taking Ekitike." So, like, Ed, what do you think the truth is, Preach? Do you think that like, are you lot doing that thing where you're trying to just, take their player and then bully them into a corner, or is it a situation where you think, it's all hype, we ain't getting none of the players?
A bit of both. Definitely no bullying going on. I think it's just the media agenda, the narrative. You just got to remember, Liverpool's in a good position. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we are looking at the best. So happens Newcastle's got the best striker in it. But we're in a good position. Like, we've given Núñez a chance. He's had 3 years to try and be that guy. He hasn't done it. There's an opening. I think as long as you're a good striker and you put away the goals, you score goals, you're gonna become that's what we're offering, a chance to be like a legend, innit? Like there's a period of being one of the best in the world. So I just feel like we've got the opportunity to go for the best, but I don't believe we're bullying, but we're just not silly just to let all our best options go in it. Like, it is kind of dangerous Newcastle having both of them.
But don't you think then, like, because you guys wouldn't end up big up tune as well, just trying to. Don't you think, like, in your head that because we are in a situation with Morgan Gibbs-White, right, where we've been accused of tapping up like going to the player first or going to the agent first before going to the club. Do you think Liverpool have spoken to Isak
Of course.
and Isak's possibly said, I'm with this girl, but I mean, like, or like when a girl goes, yeah, I've got a man, but I'm trying to say, like,
Of course.
here's my Insta. You know what I'm trying to say? Here's my, I'm trying to say that kind of little backhanded thing. So do you think that Isak's kind of entertained you lot, and that's why you're kind of making the move?
It makes sense, innit? The move makes sense, just as much as him staying makes sense as well. He's in the best position. Like, so, yeah, there might have been a whisper. I don't see why not. I don't know. Does he? It depends. Does he come out and say like Newcastle to the death? Does he do things like that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Liverpool are used to players going to obviously going to Madrid and Barcelona, so we understand how it works. Like,
So you're
I don't
saying
even
it's the
think
food chain thing. You're saying it's the food chain thing.
it plays that element. It plays that element. Like, remember, we are the champions as it stands, so we're offering that label that comes along with it. So, and he's not like a Spanish orientated player, in it, the Latin player. So, like, the Real Madrid, Barcelona doesn't seem to be maybe his ultimate goal. You get me? So I feel like he's one of those that are cool with like the best English team, Premier League team, and right now it's us, innit? So
I hear it.
I think it's a lot of those. I don't think about the bullying thing. Like, I'm one of these ones. I'm being real, bruv. I'm concerned if they get Ekitike. I can't even pronounce his name anyway.
Ekitike.
If they get him, they've still got the power to hold Isak. It's not like a thing where they have to let him go. So
you don't think you can snatch Ekitike from Liverpool?
From Frankfurt.
From Newcastle, sorry. From Newcastle.
It's possible. Wages could play a part. I don't know. Something could, like, the project might work. You get me? Like, they might sell it to him. You get me? Like,
All right, cool. All right, two. What are you saying, man? Though, two. What do you think
but
about?
what can I just one point here? Say,
Go on.
Get everyone talking about Liverpool, yeah. But this is what I'm saying: if Newcastle get both of them, yeah, you man, they should be worried. Like, I'm not worried, yeah. It's all everyone else.
No,
He got preach.
I'm gonna say this before Toon comes in, bro. If you can't get Isak, then that's a damning indictment on your club. It means
I'm telling you this: all we could get Sesko, as long as they scored goals, bro.
No, it's not.
As long as we got someone who scores goals, bro. As long as we get someone who scores goals, we'll be all right. I'm telling you that. Like, Nunes, everyone laughs at Nunes, but he was that far away from being a great striker.
He weren't close.
He was. That's why you laugh at his misses. How far was his misses? Inches.
He weren't close, man.
Let's be real. I'm being real.
Nunes had fantastic movement. He had Cavani-esque movement.
But he had everything. He had everything else but the goals. He had everything else.
It's the final product. The final product was
that's what I'm saying. So all we need is someone with the final product. So I'm not bothered about who we get.
No, but I'm saying specifically Nunes. Yeah, we can't say Nunes was this close, because outside of the movement, that final product was like, when you get a new laptop and they offer you no virus.
Name something else other than the final product.
No virus coming on your laptop.
Other than the final product, name something else he was poor at.
Everything else, you couldn't pass.
Name them. You just named the final. Name the other stuff.
Outside of his movement, he had nothing else to his game. He couldn't dribble well.
I'll be honest, Preach, and I don't mean this in a condescending way. I mean, he was brought in for the final product.
Big up Chinks, man.
That's how many goals did he score at Benfica?
Listen, we're getting wrong, because my whole point is, I'm not concerned about who we get. We've got the two options, and I believe there's more out there. Those are just the headline options. I'm saying you, man, I can see on the banner it says new Spurs order. So you're Tottenham.
Correct.
You should be worried if they get both of those strikers, bruv. And if they hold that, because you should be worried, bruv.
So why wouldn't Liverpool
I'm not
be worried?
Because we're Liverpool, fam. We're not worried, fam. We're not worried. We're just looking for that final ticket, really, up front. The data boys have got that. The data dons have got that.
Your current champions. defending champions. Everybody has to
Yeah.
respect that. But
Yeah, please.
I don't think I've ever seen in my life Liverpool go back to back. So I think everybody should be worried if they
But
get
that's why, and this
two
is why I'm
strikers.
saying you should be worried, bruv. You're worried about us going back to back. That's wild, bruv. I'm
I
telling
ain't
you, you should
worried.
be worried about Newcastle and that, and you're talking about us going back to back.
Why should I be worried about
See what's
Newcastle?
going on here, fam. I'm
No,
talking to you
but
as a champion, bruv.
I would just say, champions do what champions are supposed to do. For me,
Go spend 150 mil. We'll get
if
him.
you man get Isak over the line, I will put my hand up and say you guys are odds-on favourite to win the league. But if you don't bring in a striker of Isak's level,
Is he mad low or is it
really
just me?
it's quite open season, bro, because the
Oh,
way
low.
Chelsea are moving mad, Tottenham's moving mad. Do you get what I'm saying?
My
City's
squad, you see
moving
my
mad.
squad. You see my squad, yeah. You see my
Newcastle's moving mad. Do you know
Let me
what
tell
I
you
mean?
something.
Like,
Bro,
it's,
you
and
keep
it's
mentioning
been
all these
wild
other
about the
names.
open season.
Bruv, I don't want to hear these other names. You see my squad, bruv. I go up front with, man. As long as I score those goals with, I'll be the best striker in the. How my team is set up. That's all we need. That striker, fam. I'm telling you, don't worry about us. We will get someone, and they will do the job. I'm telling you, you should be worried about Newcastle getting these two strikers. You're not laughing at us.
So
If you
are
don't
you
get
saying you
Isak,
can
if
get
they
anyone
get
and they'll do the job?
No, I'm saying if we get the right person who does the job. So someone like there could be anyone, just as long as they do the job. That's what we need. We don't need the name. We need someone who can do the job. Isak's the best at it right now, innit? So that's why he's in the headlines. But we need someone who does the job. This is real talk. This is business now, yeah? League, proper things now, yeah? None of this cup runs and good. Real talk, fam. We're going for the big titles, everything, fam, yeah? Isak's the best.
Club
So
World Cup.
that's what we
No,
want.
yeah,
Fam.
Isak's definitely the best. I'm just
As
saying.
long as we get someone who you lot need to be worried, I'm telling you.
I'm just saying, yeah. Like, I'm not saying this is how you man think, but I'm saying that I've heard this talk before from a particular club where it's like we just need one more piece and it's curtains for everyone. And then man went and bought Havertz, and it was curtains for them. So
Yeah, but was they the champions at the time?
Nah, they weren't, but they were trying to be.
Well, please don't.
We're back
Please
to back, second.
Stop trying to do this equivalent thing.
Hey,
We're
I'm
champions.
I'm
bro.
just letting you know if you're
Yeah,
gonna go
it's
back
not
to
the
back,
same.
City are good at stopping back to back.
You know, all high buildings look the same when
They
you're
don't.
down there, but when you're up there, you can see the difference, bro.
They don't. Architecture lets you, the different levels and all that.
Yeah, they all look high. Bro, that building's high. That building's high to you. Like you're all down there. I'm up there. Like, no, that's a small building. That's a small building.
I like the fact that Liverpool are at this position because United have had it for too long. They've been giving you man too much corn. I actually like this. This is good. My dad's a Liverpool fan, so I ain't got no beef with Liverpool. I'm just saying, boy, that back to back is brutal.
Well, how do you know? How do you know?
I wouldn't know.
In front of everybody, you're gonna do that.
My thing is
In
this.
front of
My thing
everybody.
is this. Man is telling us we should be worried, and you're shooting at us. And I'm like, no, bruv. You're the defending champions. Man are after you.
No, bruv.
That's how championships work.
Bruv, where we are, bruv. Where we are. Don't worry. I'm saying to you, yeah, there's some new Donnies in town, bruv. And they're taking your place, cuz.
We've heard this before.
Ask the man about the Cartel 6 agenda, bruv. You're the first. For them, you're the first to kick out, bruv, the top 6.
We've heard this before. We've heard this many times.
Bruv, it just happened. What do you mean you heard it? You seen it?
No, but we've heard it before.
Let's just realised that we've already done it.
We've heard this
The
before.
deception's that real, fam.
No, it's actual truth. It's actual truth. We've heard this before. Sky Sports have come out. Yes, guys are out
you're not listening. You're not listening.
I'm definitely listening.
We just watched it happen.
Yeah, we watched us finish 17th and win a cup.
Yeah, we watched them kick you out the top 6
everything.
cartel, fam. They're the new Donnies, fam. And if they get this strike,
you have to be consistently in the top 6 to be part of that cartel. What you think finishing there once every 2-3 seasons mean you're part of it? Next thing we're going to be saying Aston Villa are part of the cartel. Let's be serious.
I'm telling you, as a
when
fan,
Arsenal finished 8th back to back, were they kicked out of the cartel?
As a
Why are you
team,
bringing us into this?
See
I'm
my
asking
team,
questions.
that's what I'm trying to say. Avoid all of that.
You're lashing out now. You're lashing out, man. I ain't
I
doing that
watched
to
my
you.
team.
When I lash out,
I've watched my
I
I
team
didn't do
win the
nothing to
league,
you.
fam.
So
I'm telling
all
you,
of a sudden, man are gonna be like United out of the top 6 because they finished 15th. All right,
What
it
are we
was
talking
because they
about?
just
No, no, no,
they
is
just
Deji
into the
here?
game.
Yeah,
I'm
Deji's
asking
upstairs.
questions.
You
Deji's
just letting
upstairs.
them. You just letting them chat to your boy like that, Deji.
I'm just trying to answer these questions. I'm trying to answer these questions,
I'm
fam. I'm
asking
trying to
questions.
answer.
That's what it is.
They're
I
being
don't, I'm
mad
trying to answer
disrespectful
them.
in front
The
of
I'm
me.
trying
thing,
to
the thing
answer
that
them.
the thing that's
You don't
making
know who
me
you are.
enjoy this, yeah. The actual thing that's making me enjoy this is I like the fact that Liverpool feel this happy. I actually like it. Like I said, my dad's a Liverpool fan. If
That is
he's
true. I'm
smiling,
getting beat
man
up.
are smiling.
That's
I
the,
ain't got
bruv,
no beef.
this
Yeah,
is the danger. You're
but
not listening, bruv.
but I'm telling you,
You're not
this
listening.
wicked chat, City and
Bruv,
them man, they
you're
don't
not
like that.
listening, bruv. You know, bruv, you shouldn't be responding
All
to the
right.
chat. This is what I'm
Why
trying to
not?
tell you, bruv. You
Why
should be
why shouldn't we
worried
be
about
responding?
Newcastle, fam.
Why
You should be
shouldn't we
worried
be
about
responding?
Chelsea. You should be worried about
We're in the
Chelsea,
Super
fam.
Cup. We can respond all we want.
Bruv, I've done the Super Cup. That's not going to help you. I'm
Is
talking
there
out of
anybody else
experience,
in this chat that's been into the Super Cup?
bruv. I'm talking out of
Yeah,
experience,
yeah.
fam.
Outside of you, is there anybody else
Bruv,
that's been in the Super Cup?
you can't keep doing
Oh,
this
okay,
outside
then.
of stuff,
I
bruv.
can do it. You can't come and
You
rub
can't
us
keep
out and then be
pretending
like,
that
oh,
you can't keep pretending that there's an important element in here and it's not involved. You
what's
can't
the
keep
important
doing
element that's not involved?
like, would you buy a car and the guy say, pretend there's an engine in the car? Pretend.
I
Would you
would buy
still
a
buy the
car and
car?
pretend
You
there's an
wouldn't.
engine in the
It
car.
don't make sense, bruv. Stop
I would buy a car
pretending.
and pretend there's no
Leave
engine in
him
the car.
alone.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't worry about us and our chat. The best thing to
He's
do is
already
ignore it.
dead.
The best thing to do is ignore it. Yeah, you know that period when we
Hey.
did win the league, everyone was ignoring us. You see how? Just ignore us, bro.
What, when
Yeah?
you won the league in 2020? Who ignored you?
Oh, no, I'm just saying there was a few months after we won the league, no one wanted to talk about the league. It was dead. That's how you do it. Just
Are we
ignore
still
it.
talking about Ekitike?
No,
Yeah, no, we are.
imagine.
We're trying to talk about Ekitike.
Man,
I don't know how it went left,
chat.
did it?
This
He's
chat is
left,
unbelievable.
You're
Be
a
worried,
nice dude. You're
be
a
worried
nice
about
guy.
that there.
You're a nice guy. You think
I'm
you're a
gonna,
nice guy?
I'm gonna ask for a special request, Ash. Can we
Yeah, go
click
for it.
the like show, please? Can we just star it?
What star? What?
Man,
Chat.
I make your threats. That better
This
make your
show
threats.
needs to be dated and starred because I'm hoping for my bro, Big Preach.
Yeah.
I hope you're able to chat with the same chest come end of the season because you were one of the brothers when I went on your channel that you agreed that this was one of the most poniest seasons you've ever seen in your life. And that and you also agreed that Liverpool didn't come out of gear one. That's not discrediting what you man did. You know that you didn't come out of gear one.
That's not all I just said.
My concern,
Said
and it's a
more.
legit concern because there's a target on your back.
There's an important bit though. I
For
said
you,
more.
man, to maintain what you're doing, you need to bring in a player of Isak's ilk. I don't think Gyokeres, Seto, Delap are the kind of brothers, Nicholas Jackson, are the kind of brothers that you're going to come through with and think you're going to win the league again. It's
See, I
not
think
going
you
to
man,
happen. You
I
know
never,
that.
that's cool. I never said that though. I said as long as the person does the job.
Yeah, but who can do the job?
That's the data dons. They know what they're doing, fam. You're already scared of the team. We even got
Bro,
a striker.
I want you to do your thing again. But if you don't, there's a lot of lions and sharks in the tank ready to just rip you guys apart. You understand?
Yeah, this is
bro.
this is something that this is when you say
No, yes.
I've heard this before. I've heard all that before. You see, it makes sense now, innit? We've heard all that.
For me, you've heard this before. I still have your manager on fraud alert. You heard that before.
It don't matter. You're not listening. You're watching the wrong thing.
I
While you're
didn't know
watching
what
us,
he did. Get me?
while you're watching us, Newcastle are sneaking.
Just make sure Newcastle keep.
We're not even sneaking, bro. We're just strolling in like it's normal.
I'm gonna say
My house.
Newcastle
Got the remote and the feet up and all sorts.
Newcastle can finish.
You worry about Liverpool, fam. You not worry about Liverpool.
If you get Isak, I
your
think you win the league. If Newcastle keep Isak, I think Liverpool can. I think Newcastle can finish above Liverpool this season.
Wow.
I think Isak is that big a deal.
It
just shows he's that big a player, bro.
He's the best striker at the moment.
He's that big a bro. Even Arsenal, if they were serious, they should be going for Isak rather than Gyokeres. If they were serious.
Our team already won the league.
Why are you talking like we're West Ham, Deji, bro? Our owners aren't going to turn around and just go, yeah, take him, bro. Our owners are here to win. It's going to take something ridiculously big for us to sell. Pause.
Hey,
Bro, but you know what I'm trying to say, bro, is that if Arsenal and Liverpool were about that life, they would pay whatever they needed to pay to get the job done.
Hey.
Honestly, I feel like that at that stage, that's what it's
There's other
about.
options. There's
You
other
don't need
options.
to be too
We
creative.
want the best.
What you need and get it done.
There's other options, but we just want the best.
Yeah, but maybe there's no way of getting it done. You can say just get it done. If there's no way to get it done, then what can they do about it? They've got to move on to the next guy. If the owners turn around and go, no, it's not happening. It's not
And
happening,
that
is
means
it?
Liverpool with it. That means Liverpool with that Premier League title last season have no pull.
No, it doesn't. It just means we don't want to sell. Like Man City came to us for Livramento with 65 mil. We said add 100 onto it and we'll think about it. What do you think we're going to say about Isak when we want 165 for Tino Livramento?
so you don't
Are you
think
lot mad?
I say you thought
you
you
don't think
won
it
the
was
Europa
150?
Cup and you thought you was important again. That's what's
You
happening.
are
bro.
important again, bro.
I'm not important, bro.
We're right where you are.
They've gone back to it. They've gone back to it.
We're right where you are, bro.
Watch
You're
them
in
man
the
there. Them
Champions
man
League.
there.
I'm in the
Them man there.
Champions League. You're fighting for the league. I'm fighting for the league.
Aye, Toon. Let me ask Toon then. Toon, do
Yes,
you
sir.
think you can keep hold of Isak and get Ekitike? Because by the sounds of it, from the reports, it sounds like Liverpool are trying to go for Ekitike because you're not selling Isak. And what do you think? What price do you think he'll go at? Is 150 enough? Would you take 150, or do you think 150 is not enough? In your opinion?
That's a multi-layered question. I think there's a lot of things going in that. I think it's 50-50 for Ekitike. The chances of keeping Isak are a lot higher. I think there's a lot of things in it, and people keep forgetting that Eintracht Frankfurt are loving this. Like, this is great for them, by the way. There's also Isak and his agent, and there's also Liverpool, a powerhouse as well, obviously, that are involved, and obviously Ekitike and his agent. I think it all kind of boils down to, in terms of how serious are Liverpool about Ekitike. Because what Newcastle did really, really well, and people aren't aware of it, is that, because I know I've seen the comments saying that Liverpool are holding us over a barrel, but people forget we initiated the move for Ekitike. We did that. So, like, that's what's kicked things off.
Why?
So
Why
we
did
actually.
you initiate that move?
How do you mean how we initiated?
What's your theory as to why?
No, it's not a theory. I don't know if you read the news, but we flew over our whole delegation into wherever he stayed in Innsbruck, Frankfurt. Our sporting director, our manager, our whole training team is in Austria, about less than 30 miles away from where Mr. Hugo Ekitike is. So that's how we've done it. So we're deadly serious. You've got a French journalist saying that there's a medical that's been booked. Personal terms are already agreed. That's how deadly serious we are about the guy. It's up to Liverpool now. I know the banter's going to be at Liverpool's pool. It's nothing to do with Liverpool's pool, in my opinion. It's just about how serious are they about Hugo Ekitike. I think, and people don't rate Sesko, but I think Sesko's still in the picture. I think Liverpool got one eye on him. This really kind of only works if, I think the number one priority for Liverpool is Isak. And they're going to go all out for Isak. And they're waiting to see in terms of what we're going to offer him as a wage. And rightfully so, for one of the best strikers in Europe, he wants the best wage possible. It's up to Newcastle to give him that. And his agent, obviously, when people are talking to his agent, isn't going to tell people, oh, all Isak wants is Newcastle. He'll never leave. And, that's he's closing off all his possible wage increase. So you've got that element of it. So it's up to Newcastle. They got him on a free contract, but Newcastle are serious about Ekitike. If Liverpool were willing to give very close to that release clause, there's rumours around 80, 85 million, Newcastle willing to pay for it. It's up to Liverpool now if they're willing to pay for it. If they're not, then Ekitike goes to Newcastle. If they are, we move. We're already talking to other. Well, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool get Ekitike, we turn around and go for Sesko. That's all that's going to happen.
Is it possible that the reason why you're going for that player, because I'm just looking at the profile, I think you missed it just before you arrived, we were discussing it with Mitch, and he's probably the closest in profile to Isak that I can think of.
He's not a replacement.
I've already done this, to be fair to.
Oh, okay.
I've explained how they play together.
Newcastle line up a replacement. You guys seem to think you can play with both.
Just look at Eddie. I just literally read on my show yesterday why Scout Coach's voice from 2021 when Eddie Howe was about to join Newcastle. The first line it says, Eddie Howe plays 4-4-2 with Bournemouth, and he's played Joshua King, Callum Wilson, or Phoebe and Joshua King as a 4-4-2. That is his main thing. That's his and a variation of that 4-4-2, as well as a 4-2-3-1. The only people that I don't know why, I have no idea why people seem to think that 4-4-2s don't work. It's like, and the thing is, we're old enough to know what 4-4-2 is. I don't know if it's a hipster thing.
You look at him when he's talking to you.
Like, honestly, I don't know if it's a hipster thing. I'm so shocked.
4-4-2
I thought people were bantering me when they're saying to me, "How does a 4-4-2? No, 4-4-2, 4-4-2."
No, but he doesn't play. He don't play 4-4-2 diamond though. Does he play diamond?
He can do. It depends on the players that he has. So he can do it. He plays variations of 4-4-2. He's done it with Newcastle here. The problem is Callum Wilson keeps on getting injured, so you don't see it enough. He would have been doing Isak, Callum Wilson. He wanted to, if he could have, he would have had Isak, João Pedro, and I forgot the third guy, Ekitike, all at Newcastle. If he could, they will all be playing at Newcastle had it not been for PSR, and we'll stop asking these questions about 4-4-2. That's all that it is. So yes, Newcastle are deadly serious about having both Ekitike and Isak. Whether we'll get that along the line, I don't know. And it's nothing to do with Liverpool's pool. It's nothing to do with. I know they're going to get the banter for it if they don't get either. But it's nothing to do with Liverpool's pool. The problem is what I think made it a bit wrong for Liverpool is that they did this whole media thing. Like they got Fab on it, they got Ornstein on it, they got all the guys on it. And they're doing this whole public thing now where they're making a big deal on it. Now everybody's got this whole thing about they've got Newcastle over the barrel, this, that, and the other. And so it's if it don't come off for them, it looks very, very, very bad. So yeah, that's just where we're at with it, to be honest.
By the way, does no one think that Newcastle should sell Isak to rebuild?
No,
like you did when you sold
Rebuild
Bell.
what? What are we looking to rebuild? We're just looking to add to what we've got. We don't need to rebuild anything.
Right, my bad, not rebuild.
Our house is nice, bro.
Because no. What I'm saying is, I know you man have got peas, but I'm saying in terms of like
That's crazy.
PSR.
I'll tell you what, if someone told you to sell your Ferrari so you can get 4 Vauxhall Corsas, how would you feel about that? Would you sell the Ferrari? No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but cost of living crisis.
Sure,
but
true.
I'm not saying the quality has to drop off that much. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, all right, let's say you get Ekitike, you sell Isak, then you can buy like quality because you've got the leg room, you've got the space now to do it. Like,
This is rude. This is rude.
But Ash, we're gonna do it anyway, though, bro.
No, but Liverpool did it with Coutinho, did they not? When they sold Coutinho, they sold him for P. Yeah, I'm trying to say. And then they added a 1 or 2 stars. And
but Coutinho was more sold because he didn't fit in what they wanted to do going forward. No.
All right then. Okay. Man United sold Beckham, and then they got Ronaldo in. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm not saying like you have to sell.
How many more of these do you have?
Man's got a list.
Deji's
provided me with a list to make sure we're selling Isak by the end of the show. Neither me or two, they're going to advocate for Isak anywhere. It's not happening.
Listen, we've all said it. Now, we've all said it. If Isak goes to Liverpool, the league is done, innit?
Yeah, I agree, but we're not selling Isak.
So, but I was just thrown out there, like, if you was to sell him, could you not, like, you know what I'm saying?
We could do an absolute madness if we sold him, but I don't think it actually moves us forward. Like we've practically got who do we replace him with?
Jacob Murphy.
Exactly.
Ollie Watkins.
No, Liverpool can go and buy Ollie Watkins, and he'll go and bag 25 goals in the league. Like, why don't they just go and get Ollie Watkins?
Chris Wood, pause.
To be fair, though, you are linked with Ollie Watkins, or Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool linked with Ollie Watkins now. If he's at through,
he's a finisher. He would do well.
Wisa as well. Liverpool linked with, as the Spurs as well, also linked with Wisa. But it all depends on Mbeumo because Man United are dragging their heels because I think they put the fee up for Mbeumo to 70 million, and I don't think Radcliffe wants to pay that. But anyway, we move in it. So yeah, man. Obviously, Chinks, man. Well done.
What's happening, lad? You good?
Yeah, man. I just want to know your take on this man vacating, innit? We're gonna go
bad boy. He's a bad boy. Signing in the summer.
You happy with him, yeah?
Signing of the summer,
And what do
bad
you
boy.
think of your fans, though? Because your fans are doing a mad thing. They're all
We got the worst
graffitiing on
fan
the
base in the
wall,
world, man.
graffitiing on the wall, Arteta out, they're facing like, the murals and all that.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, do you not see that?
No, I ain't seen
Why
all of
not?
that madness.
Madueke, they were like, oh, they're just going mad. Online, obviously, they've been like giving it to Madueke as well. He ain't even signed yet. Their man was just going at him. It's crazy. And he's only 23. But yeah, what? So, Chinks, you think like you're happy with Madueke, yeah?
To be honest, I haven't really watched him, man. I don't really know much about him, to be honest. So, any player that pulls on the shirt, I just hope they do well. That's all I can say. I haven't really watched him play in depth to come with some analysis. And
No, I hear it. Because
Yeah,
I think, you know what it is? I think Arsenal fans, they're trying to look for that, the needle mover. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or the next one, the next player to kind of get you over that line. And I don't know if Madueke,
it's not
if
fair,
he...
man.
I know it's one player, in it. Like, what do you lot think? I'll throw it to the panel as well. Like, Madueke.
I just want to say, being an Arsenal fan's is like being Muslim, because it's just so. Because when the news want to paint their image, they just grab any terrorist and give him a mic, and then now all of Islam has to answer for this maniac. And every week I turn up on these shows and have to answer for some emotionally vulnerable grown men who are not doing well in life and live through football and have to defend their stupidity. I'm getting sick and tired of this shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I was worried for the whole channel when you started that. Spurs Kings was about to get shot down. I was like, what? Do I need to hide my camera so I'm not involved? Crazy.
All right, but yeah, rivals. What do you take? All right, let me ask y'all first, innit? What do you think of the Madueke signing for Arsenal with that?
I don't think the player's rubbish. I think it's harsh, the treatment he's getting. But at the same time, I understand why their fans are getting mad. 50 mil for another Chelsea player. Like,
Yeah, it's mental.
Let's have it right. Let's look at it, yeah? Chelsea are using Liverpool, flipping Arsenal for some money laundering, It's nasty business, yeah? Like, Kepa, David Luiz, who else did they send over there? Jorginho, Havertz, it's some nasty money laundering. Look, hey, flipping PSR, Premier League, they need to start looking into this because there's some oil money being moving around. I don't know where it's going. Nasty business over there, bro.
Yo, Zaddy. Yo, Zaddy.
Like, when we think about
it's about time we broke some fucking rules.
Now, when we think about it, Madueke for 50 mil, they could have done. They could have got. Consider the fact that Spurs went and got Kudus for 55. I don't understand what Arsenal are doing. Like, I don't actually get it. I don't know what he does. Like, he's coming in as a backup for Saka, right? Is that fair to say? Because he plays on the right. So he'll be a backup to Saka. Like, wouldn't you want him to at least compete? Because he ain't competing with Saka. If you're going to get somebody, you'd want them to at least compete with Saka to push him onto the next level, whatever level you want to consider it to be. But he ain't going to be doing that unless you're shifting him to the left to compete with Martinelli. So, I don't know. The signing for me doesn't make sense. And I know a lot of Arsenal fans would be like, nah, they'll support it, because he's wearing a shirt. Sometimes you just have to boo a man, innit? If it doesn't work.
You can't boo him until he's been bad in the shirt, though.
Fellas, fucking boo!
Boo to you, bro.
I genuinely don't think this is going to be as bad as people are making out.
So none of, maybe before you go, Mitch, because you have a bit of sense. So nobody else, on the panel can logically see or possibly see why in the world Arsenal will sign this player. There's nobody who has any inkling of why.
All right, Deji, I'll let you go on that one. Go
already.
I mean, phase, bro. Like, over the last season, bro, one of the things that we've tried to do in this channel is to lift each other up, bro. So I'm just gonna have to
fight for that.
Trying to lift each other up. Now, we've been calling out for Arsenal to bring in players that will start. And I think the issue why no one's moved by this Madueke is he going to start ahead of Martinelli? We don't know. And the fact that you're bringing in someone that we're not sure is going to start ahead of Martinelli is the problem. Norgard, people are shaking their bum for Norgard. Someone was saying yesterday that Norgard is the backup to Højbjerg in the Danish national team. So,
wow.
and then you man are bringing in, then you man are bringing in Kepa and saying that you man are raising the levels. I'm not sure what level you man are trying to raise. Maybe
Man's attacking the whole window.
you know what I mean?
That's a simple question.
You know, I'm just saying, what your rivals are looking for is who are the reinforcements you're going to bring to your starting 11 that's going to take you, man, to the next level. And I can't lie, bro. I agree with y'all, bro. Like, 50 mil Madueke is mad. That's like spending 50 mil like we did on Brennan Johnson, bro. But we learned from that move.
A Europa League goal scorer, champion.
So yeah, bro. I'm just trying to lift you up to say, look, we want you to be competitive.
You ain't, but you've just burned his house down. You haven't lifted him up. You just petrol bombed his window. What are you talking about?
Just stood over me shooting for about 2 minutes. Said he's lifting.
I'm trying to help him up. You've just killed him. Now you want him to get back to his feet.
Friendly fire.
Go on, preach. I know you wanted to say something as well, man. Go on. What do you think about this?
So-
Non-re. They call him non-re, innit?
That's good. That's good TV.
Hey, non-re, you know.
That's wild, that one. No, so yeah, I did try to look into the positive logics of why he's getting him, and he's got a high take on player percentage, one-on-ones. His passing complete percentage is actually high. So I think like he'll be a good addition. Like, to be honest, like the players that they've got in, if I looked at the equivalent, they helped us win the league. You get me? Like, everyone was laughing at Endo when we got him, and he ain't even had a trophyless season. You get me? So these are the things you need. Like, you need these characters in the dressing room. You need them on the pitch that just understand their role. Like, the man is like, all right, I'm of age. You get me? I'm not going to be in the limelight. I'll accept this role. I'll do this job and win trophies. So I rate these players. There's got to be a reason to get them, and if they get all the other players that they're talking about in terms of attacking wise, then it's a good squad. So
Can I just say, I think I'm just gonna say this. Preach, you can tell
Leave me alone.
Preach, you can tell me if I'm wrong for saying this here. But you said all of that.
You already
said all of that, and you were laughing through it, yeah, or smiling through it. Now my only question I'm gonna ask you, Preach, here, is like, obviously they've signed. I think they call him Maduki. That's rude, bro. But they signed him.
That was elegant. That was elegant.
They signed him. Do you generally believe like he increases the level of their squad, considering the fact the one good thing he can do is, bring Ruby Rose to a match?
I can ask that question. Yeah, answer that question. See, last season, what do you think was a problem
for Arsenal?
For Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah, squad depth, definitely squad depth.
Okay, so they've just dealt with this squad depth in it, so they're going to be better in it.
No, I don't think so.
Either way, so you've got the starting 11 with a bit of depth.
Preach. I think
the squad that had the issue. The squad that had the issue came second in the league that you think you're going to win this next season.
Can I just be real?
They came second. They came second, fam. Yeah, and you're talking about these extra money is not going to improve, bro. You lot are mad.
Preach. I want to tell you something live and direct, and I don't want you to be offended by this.
Well, keep it football. Keep it football.
Bro, if I win the league like you did, I hope I don't become as soft as you, bro. I swear that. I hope I don't become as soft as you. That is some hella.
I'm the wrong fan right now.
Hold on. Let me tell you why. You're here talking about the squad when you know that these men need to fix their first 11, bro. Why are you fixing the squad when you need to sort out their first 11?
Okay, hold on. Deji. Do you honestly believe that this is the end of Arsenal's transfer window after Madueke? They're not going to buy anybody else?
I'll be real with you. From what I've seen of Arsenal this summer, they're moving like that tifo that they put out just before they played PSG. You know, that shower curtain? Because this don't look like a club that's serious. You look at Man City, the business they've done, serious. Liverpool, business they've done, serious. Tottenham Hotspur, serious. Chelsea, serious. Newcastle, serious, provided they keep Isak as well.
This man Maxwell D.
What do you know? Sorry for that. Oh boy.
Old school.
Fam, you don't understand, fam. You know all this buying players. You can win the league without buying all these players. You know that, innit? It can be done. It's not just buying new players that make you win the league, bro. Trust me, I'm talking out of experience. Yeah, you don't just buy players and that makes you win the league. Most of you done that last season, bought new players, gassed about the players you bought.
Apart from us.
Okay, whoever.
We followed you. We didn't buy no one last
We didn't buy anyone.
The shoe fits, and none of them won the league, bro. So all this buying players, that's not necessarily the key, fam. It's about the right maneuvers, the right changes, putting in the right pieces to the puzzle. So I'm cool. I'm cool with it. But I keep telling you, man, this is real talk now. Big dons, you get me? Like, you worried, fam? Because you lot are talking.
I hear what you're saying. I agree. I think the one thing I might have to agree with some Arsenal fans, the ones that don't like Arteta and want Arteta out, I do think that Arteta is a bit too creative for his own good. And what he thinks he sees, I'm not too sure what he sees. Because sometimes football ain't that complicated, bro. Like, you can see the signing of Isak. We know Isak comes to Liverpool, you win the league. There's no ifs, no buts, no maybes. The 3 players that City have brought in, you already know they've already taken City up a notch. Kudos, you can already speak for that. You know, even the players that Newcastle are bringing in, you can see that the levels. With Arsenal, we're looking at it and we're like, I'm not so sure. It doesn't pass the naked eye test.
Yeah, but that's what people were saying when we bought Isak from Real Sociedad. They were saying Newcastle are insane to pay 70 million for a guy that scored 5 goals in the Spanish league.
Nah, Isak was okay. I don't know. Maybe that's internet, but Isak was something to be like, almost like Ekitike. He was like, yeah, okay, you could take a punt on him. And the way football money is moving right now, that's looking like a snip. Obviously, it's a risk. It's never not going to be a case of it not being a risk, taking somebody from a foreign league, bringing them to the Premier League and hoping that, look at what Spurs did with Ndombele. We didn't know that he liked chicken that much. Now he went lost. Like, we had no clue that this brother was just going to be eating pie and mash and just forget that he's playing football. But you could see with certain man that, yeah, you might be able to get over the hill. We're talking about a player we.
So you guys think that Madueke is that?
No, I don't even think he's rubbish. Yeah, but
so what's the problem?
Okay, for instance, I'm going to use Kudus. I'm not saying that, Kudus should have been their signing, but I'm going to use Kudus as a basis.
Kudus should have been.
Kudus had a bad season last season, which is fair to say. He had a bad season last season. Whatever went wrong, it went wrong. Yeah, but if Arsenal went and got Kudus, people can be like, "Raw, you got Saka on the right. If he gets injured, for argument's sake, you got Kudus to fill in on the right hand side, or at the very least, he can be competing with Odegaard for that number 10 spot. But everybody should be fearing their position in a sense. Even Liverpool, Salah's position is set, but they have players like Curtis Jones. I think they still got Harvey Elliott. I don't know if he's gone, but they got players that at least you can see are coming through. They got talent and all that kind of stuff. The only one position that maybe Liverpool fans might say, now we need to short it out, is the striker role. But outside of that, they won the league off it. They didn't even have a striker.
What if Saka doesn't get injured?
It doesn't mean that you can't have somebody still challenging.
True. I agree with that.
But I'm just saying, if he doesn't get injured, then what?
No, you rotate. You don't want to play him every single minute, every single game. Got to let man rest.
That might shorten his career, to be fair.
And there you go. So they've got a player that's good enough to cover to give him rest, bro.
And he can play left as well.
I don't think Madueke is good enough to cover, but that's my personal opinion. I don't think the kid's rubbish, but I think there's a drop-off between him and Saka.
I think with Madueke, his best position is on the right. I think if you play him on the left, he's not, like, his crosses are okay, but ideally you want your forward or your wide player to cut onto their stronger foot to shoot. And I don't know, like, go on, Mitch, go on.
Do you know if you've got Gyokeres as a 9?
But that's what I'm saying. On the left,
because on the left, if you've got Martinelli, he's not looking to cross at all. So who's feeding Gyokeres apart from that one Saka cutting and cross, or Odegaard getting it deep and crossing it? Where's he feeding him from? This is my theory on it, that he's probably gonna start on the left, and they're gonna just want to try and hone his end product, because as much as I don't think he's great, and if Newcastle had spent £50 million on them, I thought it would have been a bit too much. But the fact is, if you hone his end product, there's a very good player there.
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah, I agree. I think in possession he'll be better than what they have on the left hand side. So yeah, if Gyokeres is breaking that box, he's running into it, he can get on the end of things. He could be a problem. But I think what the man must say it is he that kind of needle mover to kind of get Arsenal to that level, isn't it? Because Madueke, he could improve, but it's
like
just
30 minutes. Give him 30 minutes. Come as a sub, 30 minutes. He will impact the game.
Yeah, he can take minutes off Saka, I suppose, man. And you know what it is? If you look at his stats and stuff, he's good for what is it like? Dribbling into the box, and like he's mad. He looks a bit clunky and stuff, but he's persistent, isn't it? So he's a person that will continuously try and run in behind, and we don't really have that as in our team, to be honest. Our team's a bit systemic, isn't it? We all kind of know what we all gonna do. No one really runs in behind. We don't play through on runs and stuff. So teams kind of know what they're gonna do and know when they can play us, innit, and how to play us, innit. So I think him and Gyokeres, because I remember when we played Lisbon, I think Gyokeres banged a shot off the post in like the 90th minute.
Yeah,
and it was like 5-1 down. So he's like a relentless attacker, innit? So I think, as you lot said, they may not be both, like they may not put the ceiling all the way up on the team, but they're another like card in your deck, if you know what I mean, to try and do something else, because I think at least he improves our B team. Because Arteta is at the point where he needs to win something this time, and we ain't got the squad to compete on all four fronts, because we saw our team fall apart with a few injuries. Do you know what I mean?
Is he an upgrade on Trossard, do you reckon?
Trossard's good, don't get me wrong, and he's done some important things, but last season he got a lot more games than he has typically before, and he didn't look that amazing. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'd have to go with Trossard. Trossard's a more complete player at the moment and stuff, but
yeah, that's. I think that's where it comes down to, isn't it? I think you want a player that kind of, because I think Trossard, you're gonna probably end up selling him at some point, and I think bringing in Madueke, you're expecting him to, have more output than a Trossard.
not necessarily.
No, is that not what you buy him for?
Not necessarily, I suppose. They just because he's not the most clinical. But he that no, I mean Madueke.
Oh yeah.
So he's not the most clinical. So just to expect him to turn around and be clinical would be a silly bet. But he is.
Would you be happy if Trossard left and you kept Martinelli? You had Martinelli and Madueke.
Bro, I'm an Arsenal fan, man. Think about it.
Yeah,
we hold on to all our players for way too fucking long. I still want Wenger. Like, I'm an idiot. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, we can't listen to us. Do you know how much players we should have sold that we didn't at certain times, and I held on like a fucking... Look how long we had Diaby and Wilshere and them. Bro, I want all of them to stay. I'm an idiot.
Listen, I'm going to come back round to all of these points we've made already and all these little topics, but I just want to talk about the MGW thing, because obviously that's a hot topic for Spurs.
What is that?
Morgan Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs-White, not the car. Morgan
that's
Gibbs-White.
what MGW is. I've seen it.
Yeah. Morgan Gibbs-White. So basically, the situation is, has Spurs done anything wrong from the rivals? I want to know. And from the Spurs man, I want to know, do you think this deal will get done? Because it's dragging on a bit. Is anyone worried? Like, and anyone can start the convo, isn't it?
Didn't you lot get in trouble for this with Palace? Or who did Sir Lee say?
Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea.
Yeah, so the Lise one, they blocked it. I think Palace blocked the Lise move when they tried to put the release clause in. But Spurs have paid, apparently, the release clause, or they put the release clause bid in, but we haven't backed down. We're not like running off scared. We're just staying there like, what is it? Like, we paid it, what now? And then obviously the Greek owner, he's gone off on a mad one. He's saying, them man are breaking the rules. How did they know about this? It's meant to be like confidential. No one's meant to know about this release clause. How did they come up about this figure? Because we told Man City it's 80 mil. You know what I'm saying? and that kind of scared them off. And then you guys have released it. You lot paid the release.
When you say you told Man City,
Nottingham
So
Forest.
like, there's
Nottingham
an
Forest.
Oh.
Nottingham Forest. Yeah, Nottingham Forest. Yeah.
so there's an NDA, a
Yeah.
non-disclosure agreement, and obviously that was between them, the Nottingham Forest, and Mr. Gibbs-White, to say that, okay, if a 60 million offer comes in, we will let you go. But that's between us and you. You can't tell any other clubs what the price is. We can't tell the prices. But if they hit it, then great. And then what Forest are alleging is that Tottenham like magically bid that number, whatever that number is, or as close or exactly that number is. And they somehow must have known what the number is to be able to precisely on their first attempt. This is the problem, because if they're right, if Forrest is right, this is the like not very smart criminality from Tottenham. And now that Paratici's back, it's just interesting that you've got these transfer businesses coming back up again.
Instant.
I think there is also an agenda. Forest owner wants to get as much as he can as well. It's not to say that Tottenham are guilty, but I think if he's got proof, if he's pushing it this far with Prem, he must be very confident that he's got some sort of proof on that. I'd love to know how he got it.
I would like to see this proof. I'm just sitting here smiling because I'm like, all right, if you say we've done something, prove it.
Well, you've had a sporting director in prison before.
Yeah, that's nice. Prove it. Carlo
it's been proved. He's been in prison.
Carlo Ancelotti is currently on a suspended sentence in Brazil. Like,
crazy, man, snitched.
That we done it.
That's crazy.
Just prove that we done it. I don't
and got caught and snitched.
But the thing about it is it's a release clause. Yeah. So even if you can prove, let's say for argument's sake, you prove that Spurs found out this information, and then we've hit the release clause. So we've hit it. That's what they are.
But if they can prove that the NDA was broken, the deal's off, bro.
They have to prove that
off.
Spurs,
this has happened before, you know. This isn't like the first time.
It's not the first time with Spurs.
It's like saying,
it's like
saying I've murdered the guy, but look, he's dead. Like, what's the problem?
You know what it is? Isn't that how OJ got away?
I think that's crazy. OJ crazy.
Personally,
you damn well know he was guilty. You damn well know it.
Personally, I think it's just delayed tactic. Morgan Gibbs has already said that he wants to come to Spurs, so I think it's a matter of when, not if. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say this though: Tottenham have shown Nottingham Forest more respect than any other club.
No, Newcastle.
Let me tell you why.
We bought Elanga. We got none of this problem.
The reason why Tottenham have shown Nottingham Forest a lot of respect is because normally we never hit the release clause mark. Even with Kudus, we didn't do it. The fact that we've come in, we didn't even bother try to disrespect them, underestimate Morgan Gibbs. We said, you know what? If this is what you want, have it. Tottenham don't do that. Tottenham do not do that. So that is the respect that we showed Nottingham Forest. And the madman is moving like this. He's a waste man. He's going to accept.
Can I say something here? You would have just put all of them in jail. Everyone would have just went in prison if he was in front of the judge right now. Because you just said, we will give you what you want.
How do you know that?
How do you know that?
Yeah. Problem, how do you know what they want?
Yeah,
that is what they're arguing. You just said, we'll give you what we want. And you've done it.
Can I just say something?
How did you know?
Showing your palm shows your weakness. Means you're wrong.
A release clause usually is not something that you keep confidential.
You're forgetting the NDA.
The purpose of a release clause.
There's an NDA.
Usually, it doesn't matter whether it's usual or not. The NDA is fact.
There's an NDA.
But having a NDA on a release clause is stupid because
that's crazy. Now I'm disrespecting the law.
Clubs need to know what No.
No, they don't. That's the whole point.
You can put NDA on anything.
Then why have a release clause then?
No, but because look, the player's saying, I will commit to you. When he signed the contract, the agreement is, I will commit to this club, right? But there might be clubs, as I improve, as I develop, that clubs will come in for me. Yeah, I don't want it to be a situation where you're just saying you're setting up 100 million for me, and I can never leave. And the club will say to him, okay, at the same time, we don't want to set up a release clause where it just makes it easy for you to leave. they both agreed to say, okay, between the player and the club, is 60 million. And you know when people say gentlemen's agreements, this is what Gyokeres should have done with Sporting Lisbon. Had it on paper to say there's an agreement here that if this mark gets hit, I go. And it's a confidential thing before both player and club. It was a thing to do. I think it was a wise thing to do from the club. It's up to Gibbs-White why he did it, but he also got a good lucrative contract from it. If Tottenham knew about this, if you're silly enough to give them exact same number,
Retarded.
you Paratici, you need to stop committing crime, and you need
Here's
to
the
stop
thing.
going and need to go to the proper sporting director.
Here's the thing, though. Yeah, everybody's saying, "Oh, there's an NDA on the release clause." So let's take Tottenham out.
Forest are saying it.
Yeah, okay. But
As we put it there.
okay, Forest are saying it.
It's real.
No. But wait, hold on. Forest are saying it, but like no other reporter has come out and said this NDA is actually true and exists. But fine, Forest are saying it. But my whole point,
That's because they're not allowed to know about it. That's the point of the NDA, bro.
all right. But my point is this:
You're telling me what's in your ass.
if there is this NDA, let's say
Still
City
questioning it. This is
came in-
crazy.
City came in and hold on. Let's say City came in and spent 80 mil or said they were going to spend 80 mil. They say no.
Yes.
If City then asks them, is there a release clause on this player? And they say no. Are they lying against the actual like?
Not according to the contract, they're not.
No.
That's
So
the
they, can,
agreement.
so they can lie and say that there's
It's
no
not a
release
lie.
clause.
It's not a lie. They're not allowed to talk about it, so they're just going to answer and say no.
The
The
NDA.
agreement is between the
No,
club
a
and the
non-disclosure
player.
agreement is.
They could literally, if they say is their release clause, they could turn around and say yes, and they can go, how much is it? Guess.
Yes, that
What
part.
their
They can,
agreement was.
That is it. They're not allowed to talk about it. It doesn't matter if they
no,
say if there is an NDA or not. They don't have to admit there's an NDA. That's
well,
not how
then
NDAs
I
work.
guess they have to take Spurs to court and prove that we found out about it.
That's
We can
crazy.
wait.
That's crazy.
What you'd have to explain it.
That's crazy.
I'd love to know what figure you gave, because if you gave the exact same figure, you're gonna have to explain how you knew that's the exact same figure.
They did the Arsenal thing and went £1 over.
If you
No,
guys
at
did
least.
that,
60 million and £1.
What if
Right.
it was just around 60 mil? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Well, what if, yeah, let me throw this out here. There is an NDA, so I'm not denying that. Yeah, there's an NDA.
According to Forest.
Finally, a legitimate argument.
Finally,
Let's hear it.
finally.
A legitimate
Finally.
argument. Let's hear
There's
it.
an NDA. I'm not
You're going to jail now, Ash.
I hope you're not listening, Premier League. But what if it was from Forest's side? So the leak came from Forest. Do you understand? So it was the fault. The fault was on them, not on us.
Who from Forest? Who would
There we go. Look who's
Chairman
there.
himself.
Solicitor.
Come off the hour.
Solicitor.
Come off the hour.
Yeah. Perfect timing, talking about NDAs. Here he comes.
Taking his tie off.
It's Lex
I
Luthor.
was-
It's Lex Luthor himself.
Listen, listen. I'm gonna keep it simple. I see a couple of haters in the crowd. I'm gonna keep it simple. Listen, Toon misery loves company, right? I see you trying to drag us down with the whole Isak thing and everything. First of all, Toon, you're talking with a lot of certainty about something that nobody's seen. Okay,
So there's no NDA.
right. I'm saying to you, okay. Do you remember when?
We're back.
We need one question.
Hold on.
One question.
Hold on.
before
We've
it-
gone back now. We've gone back now.
One
Let
direct
me,
question.
one second. Let me just make this point. Do you remember when McAllister went to Liverpool?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember McAllister had a clause that nobody knew about, but he had a clause?
Yeah.
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 Did Brighton turn to Liverpool and say, "Hey, what the hell are you guys doing?" No. They just negotiated the deal, maybe did some add-ons, the deal was done. Gibbs-White, they said, go do the medical. That was announced by all the reporters. So Forest have changed their mind somewhere, because we're not getting permission to do the medical if you're not giving us permission. So you've obviously given us permission and you've taken it back. Cool, right? We want to talk now about the clause. Okay, I'm going to say about this, yeah? CAA base is a
Agency.
agent that Spurs use a lot, right? We use that agent a lot. So who's to say, and I'm just speculating, who's to say that Spurs commissioned CAA base to do this deal? Who also represent Morgan Gibbs-White,
Safe.
right? So who says we didn't send them to go do this deal and they know? They know the clause exists because City wouldn't have got CAA to do the deal. We work with them. They brokered a lot of deals for us over the last few years. They did Poro, etc., etc. These are all their people. So we brought this guy. If we use these guys, okay, cool, maybe. Now, on the other hand, yeah, what have Forrest actually said? What Forrest said here? They're potentially gonna do something. Like when you're about to have a fight, hold me back, hold me back. They ain't done nothing yet. All they've done is stall the deal. They have not done it. They have not put an official complaint. They put a legal notice in saying, hey, we might do something. Well, even if you put a legal notice in, there has to be something to rectify. So, Forrest, what adjustment have you met? Like, you want to do the deal at the right price, but the right price isn't the thing that you put in the contract. Now you want to say, how did you know? The burden on proof is of Forrest to prove that we gain knowledge through nefarious means because the complaint is against us. We don't need to prove anything. They need to prove that we illegally knew about this clause, right?
Yeah.
And if they can't, the deal will just go through. So right now, the reason you're not hearing anything from Spurs is because what the hell do we have to say?
Okay.
What do we have to say if we've done nothing wrong?
And you might be right. You might be right about all of this. But you say, what do Forest gain from it? Well, they've stole the deal. And Morgan Gibbs-White isn't training right now. Tottenham's training Forest. And that could be the whole point of it. So I think what they're saying is we can delay this all the way up to the transfer window if we wanted to, my friends. Let's now sit down and talk and give us the money that we really, really want.
Nah, if the gloves don't fit, you must have quit. You know them way there, bro.
Yeah, but they can keep dragging it out. And Tottenham are going to be like, this guy isn't even training with us yet. Okay, let's just give them some more money to get him here now. So then Forest win. Simple. Forest are playing a game, and that might be all they want.
You guys did this too early. They just lost Elanga the same week they lost Elanga. You guys went and did this deal.
Exactly. So to me, it's an emotional response from Forest, and I have listen, but at the end of the day, I have no issue with Forest doing everything they can to keep their best player, arguably their best player. I have no issue. Like, I respect it.
No, not their best player.
Yeah, I think he is, but still. But like, my point is that, like, if I look at it objectively, I'm like, okay, maybe Spurs will have to pay a few more million. Maybe Forest don't have any grounds. Maybe Gibbs-White has to put a transfer request. Maybe he doesn't want us that much to force it, and he likes Forest enough to respect it. Whatever. I don't know. So I'm not gonna cry about it. But the one thing I'm not gonna do is just assume the Spurs have done something wrong in this instance, rather than Forest, who have literally done legal consultation 5 times this year. Like, 5 times this year, I've seen Forest. Like, their lawyer is raking it in because this guy every 6 weeks is got another person to go out.
They're in Europe. They're in Europe.
I'm not. Yeah, but there's been plenty of times that they've not been right. When they broke PSR. Bro, listen, at the end of the day, I know you're getting giddy with glee here. What will be, will be. Like, I don't see any reason.
Are they still in the Premier League? Yes, they are. Not only are they in the Premier League.
They're in Europa
League. Yes, they are. After being in the Conference League.
Right. What is your point here? My point is that Forest are litigious. They are clearly litigious. They will call a lawyer over anything. So I have no.
Like, what's your implication from that? What's the issue with that?
My implication is Forest will call a lawyer over fucking anything. What do you mean? What's my implication? It means that Spurs could have done nothing wrong, and Forest would still call the lawyer.
We didn't say that Forest did anything wrong. We didn't say that Spurs did anything wrong.
Bro,
I think it's interesting that Paratici, who's been in prison for.
I didn't say that Forest did something wrong. I said
he's just merely a consultant. He's not actually a full-time.
Bro, bro. At the end of the day,
that's a good way not to have a criminal on the books, though. To be fair,
very true.
He doesn't work for us. He just consults closely.
You know, sometimes you go to the company like, bro, is this still a good hard drive, man? Like, yeah, of course, bro. It's just consultation.
This is crazy.
Listen, I'm just saying to you guys, right, that I'm not saying Forest are overly doing something wrong. I'm saying the Forest are just very litigious. I think they have a QC barrister who works high up in the company. So in the organization, so they are a litigious organization. I don't know if Spurs are innocent. I don't know if Spurs have an element of blame. But
So
listen, it's
You're
poker.
protesting
We're
this
gonna
too
play
much,
the game.
Jay.
Yeah,
wait,
too much.
hold on.
We was just discussing it. Jay's come on the full defensive.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Nah,
I wanna know from Jay. I wanna know.
Because there's no
Man.
admission.
I got these
There's no
cheeseburgers, man.
bro. Hold on. Listen, I'm saying there's no position in here of blame. I'm just merely saying as soon as you start saying if Tottenham bid this or it's a release clause. Tottenham can bid 60 million on 1p if they want to. If it's a release clause.
It's not just a
What do you mean?
release
No.
clause.
Yes,
That's
they
the whole point. It's not just a release clause. The release clause that nobody, apart from
bro, you
Gibbs-White
don't
and
know
Forrest
that, bro.
Gump.
Bro, you do, bro.
You
You
do.
don't know that,
That's
bro.
what
No, you
Forrest
don't,
was saying.
bro. I promise you cannot bring a credible argument or any piece of news to corroborate the
whole
point that
of
you're
an
making about that
NDA, the
release
whole
clause.
point of
using
an NDA is that nobody knows about it.
So
That's the
why are
whole
you
point of
talking
an
with
NDA.
certainty then,
Say
bro?
that
That's
again.
my point. Why are you talking with certainty when you don't know?
I'm saying
That's
that
my point.
Forrest are certain. Forrest are
Allegedly.
certain.
Forrest ain't said shit. Forrest ain't said
Allegedly.
anything about the
Allegedly
release clause.
crazy.
You don't know if we played the release clause perfectly, and they're just saying fuck it. Do you remember what
It could
Liverpool
be.
did
And
with
It's
Suarez?
crazy.
Do you remember what Liverpool did with Suarez when John Henry said, "You know what? We said fuck it. You know what? A release clause, fuck it. Doesn't matter. We're not letting you go." Yeah, clubs do that sometimes. What did Arsenal do wrong? They did nothing wrong, but they still didn't get a player.
But no one's blaming you. Like, I don't know what the
So
situation
no,
is.
but I want to ask Jay. Do you think Spurs?
Don't gaslight me on the Lord's internet. Yeah, I've heard what you were
Hold
saying.
on. Wait,
Came on
hold
the
on.
show, and now you're trying to say, "Oh, no one's trying to blame Tottenham."
No,
Bro, I heard what you said.
hold on. Wait, hold on. Jay, do you think that Spurs are getting MGW? That's what I want to know.
Do I think that we're gonna get the player? Did you say?
Yeah. Are we gonna get Gibbs-White?
Yeah, I think we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get the player. I do, but I'm not like 100% certain. I think we will, but like it's gonna. I don't like the player being at the club too long.
Shame.
Like being at
You
training,
have an element
like
of doubt.
immersing himself.
Yeah,
You have
he's
an
so
element of doubt.
confident
You have an
about
element
it.
of doubt that he might not
And
go.
no, it's not. I have no doubt at this moment right now it's happening. But I think the longer the player is with his, teammates, friends, they give him a 200 grand a week contract, keep the same release clause for next summer, yada yada. The biggest advantage that I think Spurs have got is it's a World Cup year, and he has way more chance of making the World Cup squad at Spurs than he does at Forest. And
Why?
I think
Why?
what the fuck are you talking about? Why? What the fuck do you mean why?
It's a
Like, what are
simple
we
question.
doing here?
Why?
Stop it, man.
Explain
It's
why.
not fucking bro. Listen,
Wait. Okay, simple question. Which one of your players is in? Which one of your players is in the England squad?
Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
Which one of your
Stop
players is
it.
in the England squad? Are any of your players in the England squad?
Stop it, bro.
Are any of your players in the current England squad?
Nope.
So
Not the
two plus
first
two. So 2 + 2 makes 69. Is that what you're trying to say?
Is that not a statement of fact? So, but
Freaky.
Forest have players in the England squad. You don't. So why would he have more chance to get in with you?
Hold on. Are you
Don't
more
come and say
likely to
stuff
make?
that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean? The fuck are you talking about, bro? Are you more likely to make the England squad playing Champions League football with Tottenham or playing at Nottingham Forest?
He's
Are
coming.
you genuinely serious?
He's part of the England squad
Stop it, bro.
already.
You
Why
can't
does
do it
going
for the
to
sake of
Tottenham,
arguing.
who have no players in the England squad, make it more beneficial to him?
Do
Wait,
you understand that point?
wait. If
Like, that's
if
facts.
It's
You
not
have
in
no
it's not
players in the
England
England squad. Forest
It's not
do.
in England squad.
Solanke's not
How
Fact.
many players do you have? How many English players do Tottenham fucking have, man?
But that's
How
a
many
fact.
English players
Is
do
that not a factual statement? You have no players in the England squad. Forest do.
wait, is Solanke and Madison not
Bro,
part of
we
the
have
England
two
squad?
English players
No, not the current
in
squad.
Solanke and Madison. And Solanke's in the England squad. So what
Not
the
the current squad.
50% of our
Is he?
English players making fuck
Is
off, man.
he?
I'm just asking. I don't know.
I don't even. Is he in? Was he in the last squad? I asked you a question and everybody said no, so I assumed he
Bro,
weren't.
you say dumb shit, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man.
When I asked the question, instead of going off on one, all you had to do was say yes, Solanke is.
Oh, because it's a stupid
And it answered my
bro.
question,
It's a
innit?
Bro, it's a stupid question, bro. It's a stupid
not.
question.
It's not.
Crazy.
Ask you if you're
He's
not.
already made the England squad for Forest. Moving to
Tottenham.
Tottenham doesn't make any difference.
Facts.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Hey,
That's interesting.
no, listen. I just wanted to know, like,
Ash, you started this, by the way.
yeah, no, boy, listen to questions. I mean, listen, it's hot topic. I have to bring up the hot topics, innit? And I want to get y'all's opinion. Do you think he will become a Spurs player? Are you confident that he will touch down?
Yeah, I do. To be honest with you, Spurs are quiet. I don't think they've got much to say, unless Nottingham Forest can prove something and stop it. I don't see why he doesn't.
You have the right to say nothing.
Well, I'll say this much. I'll say this much. Yeah, like in terms of Morgan Gibbs-White, and this is probably going to sound very harsh on the character.
Sorry to interject. ChatGPT said that Dominic Solanke's been left out squad along with Rashford, Phil Foden, and Jared Bowen. So he's currently not in the England squad, and neither is.
Also, we're just going squad to squad. We're not going for like what they're actually going to select.
No, but my question was there any Tottenham players in the last England squad?
No.
Oh, okay. If that was the case, then no.
Cool.
Okay.
Sorry.
But in regards to Morgan Gibbs-White, I've seen him snake Wolves, and no offense to Nottingham Forest, who's trying to live there? The brother wants to come back to London, bruv. Yeah, so
Why do you guys act like London's all
What?
that?
Nottingham's decent. Nottingham's decent, you know.
The location argument.
Nottingham's all right. In fact, I live round the corner from Tottenham. I would rather live in Nottingham.
no, I'll take your word for it. But
Listen. Nottingham, I don't know, man. No offense to those Nottingham girls,
You guys are
man.
going like London's got the streets are paved with gold or something.
You know them way there. You get
My
stabbed.
girls, yeah.
But you can get any cuisine you want.
But listen, Nottingham, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been there a couple times still.
it's nice.
Nottingham's all right.
Yeah.
Nottingham's all right, man.
You guys have just got
town centre.
You've got Stockholm syndrome.
You just got nowhere to go, Ash. That's the problem.
No, listen.
Hey, if I ever do
Man
that,
went to Hooters and expected Loritz.
Facts.
if my argument for a player joining Arsenal is he can live in London, you lot disconnect me from the stream.
I'm saying the same thing, bro. I'm saying, bro, you're saying because you're not really winning anything. So you're saying that they're coming to Spurs.
What do you mean?
Just
win Europa.
Come on, man. That's phase, man. He didn't deserve that.
I'm not saying. I'm saying Arsenal. They can say things like
Okay.
Arsenal can say things like Premiership, or Thierry Henry, like legacy. You're just saying that they just come to Spurs.
Oh, that's where you're going.
So we got the Victoria line.
Oh, okay, man. That's what we're saying as a selling point.
Yeah, I can get my wife some good gifts.
If man is saying that's what's the selling point, that's the selling point. You're the current defending Europa League champions.
I'm just saying when you lot talk, that's all I see is that you can get to and reason
Man said Brookston to Wolverhampton in 39 minutes.
It's a quick journey, you know.
That's why I'm saying
This is a plan.
Crazy.
I said nothing about the badge. I want to kiss the badge.
I don't want nobody to be kissing the badge. There's too many lies in football.
You never said when you're open, you said, no, Victoria line. It's a shit.
Hey, listen. Look, I'll be really.
Life is crazy.
I think the owner. I think Nottingham Forest owner is mad.
Ministry of Sound.
Big Ray.
Hey, DJ EZ.
Kelly LaRock, bro.
Kelly LaRock.
Yeah, man. Spice is nice.
Tuck your chain in. All right.
Mental. Now, I think, you know what it is? I think the Forest owner's mad cheeky because he's doing that badness with Crystal Palace. Have you lot heard about it? So he was the one that snitched, innit? And
Snitch
he
on what?
blocked. Huh?
What did he say?
That man has been punished as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Palace can't get into Europa, innit?
When you guys say this snitch thing, yeah, you know, like it doesn't apply to civilians. Like it's to gangsters that do that stuff, right? You do know that, right? Like this snitch thing doesn't apply.
Soon, get off your knees for Marinakis. Jesus Christ, bro.
Sorry, I didn't know that you was in the
Parliamentary procedure, sir.
In the mafia, Mr. J rated R. At the end of the day,
you love this guy because it reminds you of the nitty gritty that you were in just 2 years ago when you had Mike Ashley and stuff like that. You like the idea of an owner fighting for the belligerent and all that sort of stuff. But bro, the guy moves weight. You know what I mean? Allegedly. That's what the guy does. The guy moves weight. Yeah, he's not a. Bro, listen. Like Marinakis clearly put pressure. He is an ass. Like he's an asshole. Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Bro.
And at the minute, he's bullying you so Morgan Gibbs-White don't move.
No,
It's not bully, bro. Listen, you're saying he's bro.
He's using bully boy tactics.
Okay. So let's keep. Okay, so let's keep that energy when we talk about Isak later. When we talk about Isak later, let's keep that same energy about
When
how
the window
Liverpool
closes, when the window closes and Isak's still here, you can say whatever you want.
No, don't keep that energy because the energy then is when the window closes, will Gibbs-White be a Tottenham player? We could all say that.
But will you have paid more money?
Whoa. I'm talking about right now. Liverpool are bullying you up just
they're
as
not.
much as far as the bullying.
It's a cool story, and a lot of people are making content on it, but it doesn't make any sense. Let's stop that right now.
Okay, cool, bro. Okay, Liverpool
Yeah, they're bullying us.
you.
Wait, they're waiting for. Okay, this is what happened. Liverpool have said they've come to us with 125, whatever they've come to us with, and they're waiting for an answer. The fact is, they're getting no answer because he's not for sale. So who's bullying who?
Why you said no? Why you not said no? Because you're scared man's gonna put a transfer.
We've already told them to go away. We've already told them to go away.
Bro,
we've already told him to go away.
And then take Isak next year, bro.
Yeah, we're not you. We can have two good strikers at the same time. We're not Tottenham. We can have two at the same time. It's not one or the other.
You support Tottenham or you support Liverpool? Why are you worried about what Liverpool are doing? Like, why are you worried about Liverpool? Tell us about.
Why are you worried about what Nottingham Forest and Tottenham are doing? We can all do that, bro. We can all deflect. Why are you so worried about Nottingham Forest, bro? Come on.
That's the topic of discussion. That's what we were asked about. What do you mean? Why is it?
We're talking about Tottenham.
It's all shits and giggles when we're talking about Tottenham. But the second we start talking about Isak and Liverpool,
we've already done it, Jay. We've already done it. You missed that bit. You missed that bit. We did that at the beginning.
Jay, I don't know if you
I'm going to rewatch the show then, and I'm sure you guys will cry. That's fine.
Not at all. Not at all. There's no tears here. We had a lovely jovial chat about it.
Bro, I know you salty Newcastle fans. You guys are probably so salty about it. I'm so sure. Let me go back and check that.
Okay. Take your own salt because there was none there.
There's no salt, bro. Heaven forbid you guys ever win an FA Cup in my presence because the way you're moving after a League Cup, Jesus Christ Almighty.
Yeah, be worried then, Jay, because it's coming. Don't worry.
I'm not worried, bro. You reach your ceiling. Don't worry about it, bro.
Keep reaching for the coattails, Jay.
So you wasn't
That's fine, bro. That's fine. Third place, coattails. Oh my god. You keep buying people like Elanga. It's fine, bro. These guys buying Elanga and Harvey Barnes and thinking they're gonna break the ceiling.
Both on single seasons have better numbers than your guys ever put up. So let's not do it. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Who had a better season last season? Barnes or who you just bought?
Disingenuous, bro.
Who had a better season?
You want to talk about numbers one time when it benefits you, and you don't want to talk about it in other arguments. So
who had a better season, Barnes or Kudos?
I don't understand what you're saying, bro. I'm not.
Who had a better season, Barnes or Kudos?
No idea what you're talking about.
Who had a better season, Barnes or Kudos?
It's an NDA.
Who had a better season, Bonds or Kudos?
NDA. Who would I rather have playing for my football?
No. Answer the question I'm actually asking. Don't try and run around it. Who had a better season, Bonds or Kudos? Yeah.
Maybe Bonds.
Well, so why are you so trying to put down everything else if Barnes had a better season than Kudos and he's our second choice left winger?
Because Kudos is the better player.
I know West Ham fans that are happy he left.
Jacob Murphy had a better season than Kudos. Doesn't make him a better player.
That just makes it even worse, doesn't it? How do you know that? How do you know that this isn't? How do you know that this isn't Kudos' level now?
That's fine.
And the first season was a one-off.
Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. If you want to push Jacob Murphy prop, it's just
I didn't mention Jacob Murphy. You did.
Because the point is sometimes you need to concede a little to make your point. You had the point with Harvey Barnes, but you doubled it down with Jacob Murphy.
I didn't double it down. I have not mentioned Murphy once. That was you.
This is not an honest, honorable man. I cannot have discussions with him anymore.
He's not having He's not having a conversation or he's just attacking. He's using all of his cards.
Bro, if you're gonna say dishonorable things,
how am I saying dishonorable things? You're trying to play down signings when you signed a guy that West Ham fans are quite happy have gone, who has had a bad season, and you're banking on him actually being better than all of the players you're trying to put down, which is
I haven't
guesswork.
said anything. No,
It's
I
literal
haven't said
guesswork.
anything. No. This is what you're doing. I haven't said a word of that. You just assumed I said that.
You said
All I
when Newcastle keep signing players like Alanga.
No. I said Kudos is better than Harvey Barnes and he's better than Jacob Murphy, but Barnes had a better season. That's what I said.
So that's guesswork.
That's the only observations I made. That's my opinion. That's my opinion of the players. It's not guesswork. It's my opinion of the players. Am I allowed an opinion?
You said
of
it
the
like
players?
it was fact, though.
No, I didn't. I said it was my opinion. That's what I think. Please assume that anything that I'm saying cannot be factual because it's a subjective opinion. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, so Mitch, just questioning him. So, obviously, last season Kudus had a bad season, but you think Jacob Murphy and Barnes are better players than Kudus?
Did I say that? I asked who had better seasons. I asked.
You literally fucking said that.
No, I didn't. My question was who had a better season last season.
But I'm asking, who do you think is the better player?
And my follow-up question was, how do you know that last season isn't Kudos as a standard and the first season wasn't an outlier? It's quite a simple thing to put together, is it not?
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm asking you, who is the better player for you out of the three?
Barnes.
I don't think there's much between out of Barnes and Barnes is probably the best player out of Kudos, Murphy, and Barnes. Yeah, but he's not better than Elanga and Gordon.
Kudus is better at kick-ups and step-overs, though.
No,
Kudus
it
is better.
was when he was doing kick-ups.
That's all that matters, though.
That was mad. Look,
Do you guys see this guy? Do you guys see this as a dishonorable man? We were just talking about Kudos, Barnes, and Murphy. A man just starts talking about Gordon. Who the fuck brought up Gordon? That's why you're dishonorable.
I did. Who brought up Murphy when I asked about who had a better season out of Barnes? He asked me a question. I answered his question, and then I followed up on that answer with another statement.
This is the point, bro. This is the point. You're so disingenuous. I said Barnes had a better season. Nobody here is saying that Barnes didn't. You're saying, hey, and you're saying, hey, the Kudos was playing in the Champions League, doing well for Ajax, all that sort of stuff. How do we know that player isn't a good player? Okay, fair enough. How do we know that Jacob Murphy, who was playing for Norwich, or his twin brother, I don't even know or care enough to go on Wikipedia to find out. But regardless of that, you want to push Jacob Murphy prop. Just like you guys push
I didn't mention Jacob Murphy. I've never pushed the Almiron prop. You're just making points that no one even wants to argue right now.
Everyone's looking to the show.
We caught up with you arguing with someone else that we can't hear. I'm lost.
Everyone can see what you're doing. You don't get kidding.
I'm confused now, you know. What's that?
What you say?
So basically, how they know about the NDA?
Yeah. He's going to jail for leaking it. That's what we want to know.
That was about 15 to 20 minutes ahead.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I said, I bet you're going to cry. That's how you know you lost the argument. You're going to cry.
No, I think the point with the NDA is we don't know where that come from. The information's leaked from because the Greek.
When you say we, do you mean us or Spurs?
Just the people in general, the public, everyone to be fair. Because
is that including Spurs or not? I just want to clarify.
Yeah, that's including Spurs. I mean, no, listen. Here what I'm saying is, look, I think like the Forest owner, because I've got sidetracked there. The Forest owner basically
Preach. We can't hear you if you're trying to talk.
His original team, and he sacked them. He fired them. Innit? The people that signed Morgan Gibbs-White and put the clause in the NDA in are no longer at Forest at the moment. So my point is, how do we know that they never leaked it? The previous employees that were underneath the scouting team who recruited Morgan Gibbs-White.
No, but hold on. This is what Deji said, though. This is what Deji said. And think about what you're saying now, yeah? So people who used to work for him, who may have possibly told the people what the number is, may be sacked. What does that say to you? Niggas knew. What does that say? What are we doing?
The thing about the NDA is it gives them the opportunity to investigate.
So they'll go.
Wait,
They just
so
they could go, preacher. How did you know? I'm not gonna get in trouble because I
no,
didn't
but
sign no
but
NDA.
there's
They,
no
no, but listen. What they do
Go
is
on.
they go. I go. Chinks told me.
No, but why
Right.
would Spurs
You
snitch on
go, you
themselves?
go, yeah, I did tell him. What
Why would
Toon told me, and then
no,
they're
but
gonna say, "Raw, Toon, your name's on the NDA. You're in trouble, bruv." That's how it
Yeah,
works.
but
facts.
what I'm
Yeah.
So
saying is
whoever spoke, it don't matter. It's your truth now. Who told you? Then it will go back to someone has to get in trouble. If there's an NDA, someone has to get in trouble.
yeah, but the point I'm
100%.
making is
That's the concept.
they would have to prove that Spurs
The
were
proof is the figure that you guys put up. That's what they're using as the proof. How did these guys just straight up put that money that we wanted?
We
That's
don't know
what
what the,
in
we
your
don't know
first
what the
bid.
number
Your
is.
first bid.
yeah, it's just random, isn't it? So, how did man win enough for you? How did man win enough for you?
No, but it's not like, how did Spurs know this number?
I'm joking, I'm
We
joking.
don't know what the number is. We don't know
That's
if it's
crazy.
I'm joking.
100,000. We don't know what it is. All we know is that 60 mils. We don't know the exact number. Yeah. wait. Let me land. Let me land. We don't know the exact number yet. But for all we know, and I'm just
We know.
for all we know, it could be 60 mil on the dot. And if it is, we
know,
can't
yeah.
stop laughing.
You know what I think, yeah? When you guys got this information, Levy said, all right, give them the exact number then. The guy said, no, Levy, we've got to do at least 61, 62. Said, why? Why are we paying more?
Why? Yeah, facts. Why are you gay? Yeah.
Imagine I'm hearing two do fan fiction for Daniel Levy. What the hell? Man? Jesus Christ, dude.
Josh and Jay.
Nah,
Everyone thinks I'm joking, man.
you're obsessed, bro. You're obsessed. You're
This is
obsessed.
crazy. This is
mad.
this is the biggest case of not addressing the elephant in the room I've ever witnessed.
You might as well not even answer any questions, bro.
He's not even mixing it up and attacking anyone else. He's just constantly doing it.
Bro, it's these Newcastle fans, bro. These Newcastle fans.
You're very easily rattled by us Newcastle fans that are irrelevant and little, and this club that have just got here.
I know what
Bro,
it is.
I'm not rattled. I just don't like people talking stupid.
You sound like a rattled man, to be honest.
Bro, you could be 2PR and talking stupid like you are this evening, and I'd still say something to you. It makes absolutely no difference the cup that you are.
Hey.
It's too impersonals.
It's usually as rivals.
Big up Jay, man.
Listen. All I was saying before was that that owner, he's doing the madness, like with the whole Crystal Palace thing in it. I know man tried to ignore that thing, but Crystal Palace got booted out of Europa in it, and they got moved down to conference. Huh?
They swapped around in it, and that's what I was saying too. And it's got nothing to do with the big six, the cartel fam. You look at who's Crystal Palace, the snake and stuff. You're saying the snake and thing doesn't matter for the small teams, innit? But look how we just done it.
I said the snitch. Like,
Wait, we're going on like they wouldn't have found out about it anyway.
They're
going on like they wouldn't have done what's just happened anyway.
People's main problem with what Marinakis did to Crystal Palace is that snitching like everyone's part of the mafia or something. And I'm like, nah, bruv. He's just an owner defending his club. Like that's what he's supposed to do. If he hears from his lawyers, hey, these guys are in a tournament they should not be in. Look how look how people have been acting when Newcastle had a takeover. You better not do the multi-club ownership stuff. We're gonna book you. Like now all of a sudden, people are all of a sudden going on a snitching thing. You're a snitch if you tell this, you're a snitch. Unless you guys are in an organized crime network, yeah. I don't want to hear about that stuff. Like that's what he's supposed to be doing as a manager. That's all he's done. So
you only want to hear about murders, but you don't care about burglaries until your house gets burgled.
Wait, so was it okay when people were petitioning for rule changes after our takeover? Is that not the same as snitching on that? Is that not the same thing? Yeah, same Karen behavior, no?
I wonder who was involved in that.
People petitioning to change
Or-
rules
or
to get all this
rule
PSR
changing.
shit brought in when
Because
Takeover came in.
no, because
That was
Because
what
no,
you
no,
don't-
because
what you
it
don't
suited
understand
you.
is that one,
that was snitching. That's not
bro,
snitching.
it's you
just as
dishonorable
fucking bad.
guys.
Audit.
Hold on. It's you dishonorable guys are looking for loopholes all the time, and we honorable members of the Premier League need to close those loopholes from you unscrupulous bastards. That's what happens.
Okay, so the dishonourable guys that now own a club that have just pumped money into your club, which is why you're spending money.
You should be saying thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
It's very disingenuous.
you should be very
It's crazy
kind
how-
to us.
It's crazy.
should be
It's
kissed
crazy
now.
how much Saudi interest you guys have in your stadium and your shirt sponsorships that didn't exist before you got taken over. Crazy that, isn't it? One to consider.
Yeah, it's crazy that we're owned by Saudis and we now promote Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
I would just like
that's crazy. That doesn't happen.
I wonder what.
Why weren't people complaining? Why weren't Why weren't people complaining when we were owned by Sports Direct
interested
and we were called the Sports Direct Arena and they weren't paying for it? Why wasn't it a problem when Mike Ashley was doing it with Sports Direct and not paying for it? Why is it a problem now the Saudis are doing it and actually paying for it?
Who said it was a problem? I want Saudis.
Well, Jay was just basically insinuating it's a problem. Literally just then.
Right, even the Spurs fans are leaving Jay out to.
I don't see the issue with the Saudis. I don't understand how we got here.
Man turned to racism, That's how you know you're losing the argument,
It's not earned. You get me? It's not built. No foundation.
What, the
Money.
Saudis?
Well, their progress and victories in it.
Well, we're having to build it though. What have we done that we haven't had to build so far? We literally can only spend within the whole time they've been here. We can only spend within the restrictions we've been given. So we've had to build it. You're going on like we went out and bought a bag load of good players. We bought fucking Dan Burn.
I don't feel secure that about money
Nick Pope.
spending. It's that I'm not gonna be broke, bruv. That's you lot ain't gonna be broke.
Hey,
Don't give me that. Like you're not scared of losing money and being in the deficit. You scared of being in the
can I
minus?
ask though, do you not think this is right? Yeah, apparently, Forest are offering more Gibbs-White to other top 6 teams.
Yeah, why not?
Bad boys.
Why not? If they're going to pay £10 million more, then why not?
No, you know what all those teams should do?
No, yo.
Huh? Who said that?
How do you know?
And you know what? They can only do that if Mr. Morgan Gibbs-White said to them, "Yeah, go on, no problem."
Let me ask a question.
They can still shop him around regardless of whether he's.
Yeah, it's their player. I don't know if Jay knows this.
Cool. No one thinks that's wrong. Cool. Do you rivals? Because that's what you are. Do you not think Morgan Gibbs-White will end up at Forest or will end up at Spurs? I want to know from you lot.
He'll end up at Tottenham for me. I don't see it stopping the deal. It will delay it to a certain point, but he'll end up at Tottenham.
It is funny though because we just sold Sean Longstaff, so we might need a midfielder.
Anyhow. If that happens, I'm coming on full smoke the following show.
Get him with the PIF.
I'm getting a shirt, yeah.
The PIF Spencer. Jay will be going mad.
Gibbs White on the back wearing it the wrong way round the whole show.
Hey, preach. What do you reckon, man? Do you reckon he'll stay at Forest or do you reckon he'll end up at Spurs?
Yeah, he'll go to Spurs. He's
Yeah?
still there. I don't think it.
Wait, do all you man think he will end up at Spurs? But we all agree that allegedly we done something wrong.
Yeah. We was getting to that point, but Jay came in and went nuts, and we went around the houses for ages, bro.
All I'm gonna say is you have to prove it, innit? Like you can say, man, jack your stuff from your yard, but you have to show.
He might be even more spiteful and selling for less.
Yeah, because they got the option to.
That's the option to, and just
I don't know what the
favorable terms.
What the contract states for all.
It kind of leaves you vulnerable, like because you've got a buyer you got a club that's not willing to sell to you. That kind of leaves you.
You know what? Sorry to interject. This is actually a very good tactic because this could be like the springboard of a bidding war, realistically, because everybody kind of knows the number now. Because you saying is just like insecurity because there's teams in the league that if they offered to take his services, he'd go.
Maybe.
Do you get what I mean? So it's that.
Communicated to them that he wants to go to Spurs. I don't know what communication has gone on between him and Spurs, but he seems to be adamant he wants to go to Spurs. I don't know why.
To be fair, if he kind of wanted to go that much, he probably wouldn't be training for Nottingham Forest right now.
No, you have to stay. Bro, you got to stay ready for pre-season. Can't be going to Cancun, bro.
Man like Gyokeres has done something ever so slightly different, though.
Yeah, and that's why Gyokeres is still. That's why the Sporting Lisbon director is still kid. That's why he's like, he's chatting how you're chatting. You're gonna stay in your home in Sporting, bruv. Enjoy Portugal weather. You're going nowhere.
Are you in a relationship? Yeah.
Yeah. Come on now.
In your younger days, of course, never as big grown men because we don't do that as mature. Yeah. But in your younger days, have you ever cheated by any chance?
Impossible.
Oh, okay.
That man don't cheat.
It's like the NDA thing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, because I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be vulnerable with
There's an overarching NDA on that one, bro.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
About the live stream, we do not promote any of this.
In my younger days,
violence.
I wanted my girlfriend till I went out and I saw someone who was amazing. And
you throw yourself under the bus? Don't do
No, I'm just being an honest person.
after the fact.
I'm just being an honest person. So he may want Spurs, but if there's other offers on the table, we don't.
Allegedly.
I mean,
He might want to, go be in the midfield with Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali and that.
facts. Liverpool need players at the moment.
Liverpool
Unfortunately,
need-
rest in peace.
WrestleMania midfield. Yeah, he might want to be there.
He might like that. He might have been a Rock fan when he was younger. That's why.
That's crazy. Where did WrestleMania FC finish last season?
Mental.
Fifth. About
Just 12 places above Tottenham. Only 12.
Crazy. A dozen.
Wait,
a dozen.
Yeah.
A dozen is
Hey,
crazy.
by the way,
A baker's dozen.
Yeah, madness, isn't
Same
it?
competition though.
How many times did WrestleMania FC beat Tottenham last season?
Hey.
Twice. Same competition.
Hey.
Crazy. Man, argue with reputation.
That's crazy.
We'll see you in the Champions League draw.
Messi, I had Alexis in 2002.
Come on, you think that scares me? Did you say that? Did you say that?
Hey, that's tough, you know.
Crazy.
But that's supposed to intimidate me.
Man laughed in your face. Rude.
We can't even draw them either. That's the funniest thing.
Cheeky still.
Big up Spurs, though. Europa League.
But we've got room to be cheeky here because let's be real, we have kind of been slapping you up the last few years.
Wow.
I didn't say that, Jay. I didn't say that
again.
Oh, it's good. It's gone. It's gone. Okay.
He said that Newcastle been slapping up us, man. The last couple of years.
Last couple of seasons.
There
was also one game we scored 5 goals in 21 minutes. By the way.
I know. Last season they beat us in both games. The season before they beat
season
us
before was 1-0.
You beat us at your
season before we beat you twice.
Yeah, season before we beat you twice as well.
Yeah, so it's 4
What
from 4.
season was it that you lost 4 something at our ground?
That was last season. Not last season. Season before last.
Season before last.
Back.
All right. Such is life. We beat United 4 times in a row. Who cares, bro?
Oh, man.
Yeah, bro, come on, man.
No one wants to talk about United. That's not even something to get happy about these days. Everybody's been doing that recently.
Such is life, B. What do you want me to say to you? Well done.
Man, I bring him.
You're around the top half of the league. You know that. There's no one that's bottom half of the league. It's all top half.
Again, such is life.
That's been the LGBT positions. Man said at the bottom.
League position prop.
That's crazy. Man said in the homosexual position.
Just bare trying to swing up, man.
That's crazy.
Is Gyokeres done?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Who cares, man? Who cares?
Don't do that.
If
you're fishing for your action, Chinks is the last person to try and get one from.
Don't try that. We just asked you about Morgan Gibbs-White at Spurs. You started shitting on Newcastle. You want me to have a legitimate discussion about Gyokeres now? Don't do that.
Now we're face to face. Like Newcastle, Toon was talking recklessly, without care on Tottenham, and I've noticed this.
You know what? I don't know if it's because me and Mitch are both like light skinned that you're getting us confused. Like,
no, you were doing scenarios where, I wonder if Daniel Levy did this and that, bro. Listen, you're compromised. The both of you, you're compromised. It's okay. I remember when I won my first trophy. It was a while ago, but still.
This season, you mean?
I hear it, bro. Listen,
man, look to the side like someone else was going to jump in. Like, what? Where's the backup coming from? He asked you a question.
Can't look away, yeah? Can't look away on stream, yeah?
Yeah, me and you are on the same block. Like, you need to understand. I keep on saying this.
Yeah,
but
he does. He does. He does. I'm not gonna lie.
Me and you are on the
I have to
same.
believe him more.
We both go to the same, the same school. We both like got the high techs on. We're all laughing at our trainers. Like, it's me and you, bro.
Bro, your mum married a rich guy. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but you're living month to month. That's the difference, bro. That last week in the window when you're just eating cheese on toast, bro. We don't have to worry about that. Waiting for payday to come round.
You're not gonna downplay the Europa League like that.
No one's downplaying trophies whatsoever.
Bro, like, what do you mean? We won a
And
European
now, and you know what, Jay? Now my dad has married your mum, and we're both getting paid.
Nah, can't.
I do like how when things start going bad, you roll back to the Europa League trophy.
Well,
It's a good tactic. I'd probably do the same, to be fair. So I'll give you props.
Things start going bad, you refer back to the European trophy you won 7. We haven't even played a competitive game.
But when it's not relevant to what anybody's been speaking about tonight, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
Hold on. We haven't played a competitive game since we won the Europa League, and you think?
Whoa! You have. You got slapped up by Brighton on the last day of the season, didn't you?
What happens?
Okay, I get it. It wasn't competitive. Brighton won too easy.
Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take that one back. I apologize.
Yeah, buddy.
If this is how you want to position it, you can do that. I'm trying to say to you, you want to downplay the Europa League triumph.
No, I haven't even mentioned it.
You want to push the narrative.
Wait.
You want to push the narrative that the League Cup is somehow more prestigious.
Who has pushed that narrative ever?
Bro, listen, the way you're talking belies that narrative.
Jay, go to my channel and watch. I've done none of that.
Bro, you can't say, oh, I appreciate you winning that trophy, then talk shit for 95% of the rest of the time, and then say you actually appreciate it.
Yeah, but if we're not talking about the trophy and we're talking about other aspects of your club, I can say negative things about the club. It doesn't mean I'm downplaying the Europa League in any way, shape, or form.
You are clearly downplaying the Europa League.
When?
What's the negative things we're saying? Because as we all know, it's alleged, bro. Like you can't accuse man. You got to prove that we are guilty of something. So it's alleged right now.
I just don't understand why we're trying to.
Whose sound is that? Is
that you? He's accused a man of crimes we haven't committed.
Yeah, they're coming to get you.
Allegedly.
Yeah, listen, we don't fear Newcastle. Nobody fears
That's
Newcastle.
Crazy. That's crazy. It had nothing to do with it.
You say Newcastle an awful lot from people that don't fear us, to be fair.
That's where you're going to slip.
I hear it. Your peak smoke, bro. Like your peak smoke, and you know you can't win the league. So I hear it.
That's crazy.
Neither can you.
I'm not talking about Tottenham. This is the peak.
That's where you slipped up, Jay.
Wait, I don't think there's been any Newcastle fan trying to say we're going to win the league. So why is that even a thing you've said?
The thing is the narrative that you're
blind guy.
The narrative that you're pushing. You played a great season without Champions League football, without the extra games of Champions League. Yeah, we know that, right? So let's see how you do next year. We're both going to be in the same competitions.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now you know what, Mitch, I've realised it, Mitch. You said this earlier ago. Do you remember earlier when his camera was off and you said, "Is he arguing with someone else?" And then when he was just here and he looked to his shoulder, we've sussed it because he's having an argument. We're having. I've just realised.
Yeah.
Thanks. No, I'm just talking directly to you. We're in the same comps next season. Let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Cool. Calm. Happy with that.
Cool.
So
You want to beat someone up. What about Madueke? Jay, what's your thoughts on Madueke?
Listen, I quite like Madueke.
Don't do that, man.
I think he's a good player, and I think if you wanted to buy a left-footed right winger with Premier League experience, he was the next up on the list. You've got Mbeumo, you've got Kudus. It's kind of Madueke. like in terms of available players who are homegrown.
But there is Eze though as well. Eze's
He might go
Yeah, no,
Chelsea.
but I'm
yeah, he might go
I'm
Chelsea.
talking about specifically left-footed
mad.
right wingers. Like
Now, Jay, now imagine he signed for Newcastle. What would you say?
I'd say the same thing because somebody said to me, if you don't get Kudos, who would be the next person would you be okay with Madueke? And I said, if the club specifically wanted that profile from the Premier League, then I understand. We played just under 50 for Brennan like a couple of years ago, so 50 is not crazy to me and stuff. It's fine to me. It's acceptable. I don't have any. I don't have negative thoughts about him or anything. I think he's
Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, Harvey Elliott.
Oh,
I really like Harvey Elliott.
I'll take him, but it depends on the price, though. The price point would be
50.
I don't know.
Was it 50 mil?
50.
I'm not paying 50 for Harvey Elliott. He's a good player.
You see his age, what he just done for under 21s. Come on.
Yeah, but how old is he? Is he 23?
He's 23.
He's kind of the guy that failed upper sixth a couple of times.
Premier League champion. Premier League champion.
I hear it, but you know what I mean?
Premier League champion.
Third time you're doing the exam,
21 England. Come on, bro. You need that.
You taking Harvey Elliott? You taking Harvey Elliott?
He's a good player, but I don't think he's available.
You know what? I'd rather gamble with McAtee on 2025.
Now that McAtee, I think, will be a much better player. Where's Elliott's best position anyway?
Just listen to this. Yeah, you was cussing Newcastle, and then now he's just saying that a player that you would get would be good for you. You don't even see you as a threat, fam. I'm telling you.
No, I would take McAtee at Newcastle. I'm not even. I think McAtee's a really good player.
Yeah, listen, I like Elliott, but I feel like, does he need the team to be built a little bit more around him? Yeah, because maybe I think the out of possession thing is a little overstated. I don't think he's horrific. I just don't think he's amazing. If you see a Soboslai or something, the difference is quite big, but I think he's pretty good, period. But I think if he was to go to either Germany or something, or if he goes to a Forest and he's quite a big player, but they have got Elliot Anderson who is good as well.
Yeah.
So
from Newcastle. Yeah.
Harvey Elliott's not 23 till April either, by the way.
Hey, listen, obviously, agenda versus facts. Do you know what I mean?
It's 22. Yeah,
it's not 23 till April.
Please, that's on you for not knowing your players' age.
To be fair, I did a bit on the under 21s previously, and everybody was going. They all seemed like quite old players, and we had the 8th oldest squad in the tournament, and everyone in the semi-final had older squads on us.
Yeah, no, we should have known because we did the maths in the group, innit, and was wondering how he was over in it, but it's because he was when he was born.
But I think the thing with Liverpool with Elliott is obviously with Wirtz and with you, I'm not sure he needs meaningful minutes. The player, if you look at the player, he needs, because he had that pretty bad injury as well in the last 12, 18 months. So he needs a lot of minutes. So I don't even necessarily think Liverpool need to sell him if they can afford to take the hit on a loan somewhere and then reassess in 12 months. I think I would do that if I was Liverpool. But if they're buying these players and they don't see a way back, you might as well try and... Would he go to Brighton or something? He might enjoy it there.
Yeah, possibly. Liverpool want Rodrigo, by the way. But do you think Liverpool even need him? I mean, he's a great player, but you lot got Gakpo there.
I'm gonna say something a bit controversial. Yeah, Diaz, Rodrigo. I don't mind which way round you have it, but I don't think the gap is huge.
Yeah, but what about Jota?
Oh wow.
Don't you need to replace him?
Oh yeah.
RIP and all of that.
Okay.
Everybody panics when Chief says something that could go left. They have to figure out what route he's taking before they agree. He's like, what about Joe? Everybody was, I'm not saying no. I don't know where this is going.
I actually saw that in live time.
We know we didn't mean that.
Sorry.
I still had to see where he landed, though.
Yeah. I was like, well done. If you would have started talking there, kind of, that would have looked crazy.
I'd have got clipped up, boy.
Yeah. I'm not even lying. Yeah, I'll get a striker in. I'll give Diaz.
Did you sell it? Would you sell
I,
Diaz?
I like Diaz. I actually think he's really good. Like, but he's not.
That's
The
what
end
I'm saying.
product is like,
I'd give him Jota's responsibilities and then get someone in on the left.
yeah, I like watching the player. I think he's.
Is Diaz loyal though? Is he loyal?
Yeah, if
Bro,
he's willing to go in it.
I don't think
So
he's
me,
loyal.
me and
Listen, he
Chris
wanted-
discussed this. Yeah, we've talked about the wage thing, and we've always said it. Like, it's cheeky what Liverpool have Diaz on as a wage. It's cheeky.
How much was he on?
They're saying 55, 60.
Oi, Jesus.
Yeah, but how long has he got left on his contract?
2
No,
years.
you're supposed to have more than that.
Spread
You're
out.
supposed to-
Yeah, but even if he does, he'll be compensated in the next contract, so it will make up for it anyway. So
Yeah, but imagine you just saw Van Dijk sign that 370 a week contract.
Yeah, that's
Like,
cheeky still.
He's
Yeah,
on
but, like,
penny, like as a
no, but
professional
what-
footballer.
Like, all right,
Listen,
fine. Diaz
listen,
is on, Diaz is on a
that's,
cheeky wage, but he can't
that's a
argue
scapegoat.
with Van Dijk and Salah. They've been
No,
doing their
but
thing.
like, come on, you got give him a
Hey,
little.
bro, I'm
bump
telling
or
you what
something.
it is. I'm telling you what it is. By now,
Yeah.
he had expected to have that Barcelona offer on the table. It's not showing up. It's not showing up.
Not in
Unfortunately,
your valuations.
Barcelona couldn't do it no more. They had to go to their academy players. So he's 27. It's his last contract. Let's make some noise. He's gonna end up in Germany, bro. You know he wanted to go Barca. He wanted to go Real Madrid. If one of them came, he would have been one of those players. Yeah, you know I love them. I'll give my heart. I'll play my heart out for them. It's not happening. Let's make some noise. Last contract. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. I've
crazy.
never felt that loyalty from him anyway. He's Latin, bro, Spanish orientated. You know they want that Barcelona Real Madrid one. I've never.
Bayern would be a good landing spot for him.
You can get the pay. You can get the pay.
money.
I feel like no one wants to go to Bayern, man. I see Bayern after bare players, bro. Eze, Diaz, but it's just like not happening for them.
It's not quite the Premier. You know, like Preach was saying, like Barca. You look at the Barcas, you look at the Reals and stuff. They're kind of the number one level, and he is at like Liverpool, and they're a top club. You know what I mean? So it's not like there's a huge number of clubs that like are in the exact same orbit as him. If he wants to like stay at that level, but he could just go Saudi and get paid. I don't think he wants Saudi like that. I think he'll go at gunpoint. Like Liverpool are just like they're pushing Nunes to Saudi. It's like I've never seen a
Napoli,
club.
innit?
I heard that's been blocked off
Like
now.
the negotiations with Napoli were coming in at like
heard it's been
70,
blocked off.
75. And Liverpool are like, nope. And I'm like, come on,
Yeah,
guys.
they're even mad, huh?
I'm hearing Saudi clubs are not gonna be doing Liverpool.
Saudi club's going to pay 100 for him. Watch.
Okay.
No chance.
Bro, they're rejecting 75. Like,
That probably means he's staying at Liverpool then, to be fair.
bro,
If they're rejecting 75.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe they don't
Yeah,
want to sell
because
it.
60 right now, according to how much he's got left in his contract, is like making profit. So we make money back because of the time he's got left.
Diaz or Nunes?
Nunes, we're talking about now.
I think
What,
that's
Nunes a lot of money. How much was Nunes?
How much are you buying from? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm what that word, the amortization or whatever the hell it is, I can't even
Oh
say.
yeah,
it.
amortization.
But if you go by that, if they get 60, they make profit on him now.
Yeah,
due to
from
his
now,
contract
because
and his
of-
length.
because of
Yeah,
his
yeah.
contract.
Yeah, but Liverpool, I think Liverpool think they can get. I
More.
think Liverpool think they can get 150, 160 for the two of them pounds.
For Diaz and Nunes.
I think Liverpool. That's what they think.
That's crazy.
But you know what? They got who was that guy? Liverpool are good at selling. There's a striker we got like 20, 30 mil for. How much for Ibe? Is it Jordan Ibe or who?
Yeah, I think you think of Brewster.
And then Brewster. That's it. Brewster. That's exactly it. You don't always get good money.
They do quite well with stuff like that.
Yeah.
But with big players like Diaz, if he's on 55k a week, how can you really justify asking for massive money? Because there's nothing in the contract, is it?
I swear it's not 50.
We pay Matt Target more than that. That's mad.
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy. Like, if you look at it.
Yeah.
I thought he was on one. I
100K.
saw he was on 120.
No, but even if it is 50, where did you buy him from again?
Villa.
Portugal.
Oh, in Portugal, yeah. Benfica.
Yeah, so he's not going to be getting a lot of money. We're paying fucking Kai Havertz 270.
Hey.
He's more than everyone ever at our club because of what he got paid at fucking Chelsea.
Hey, sorry to
It's
swap.
like where you buy him from, innit?
Does anyone think because talk about Portugal? Does anyone think Gyokeres will flop next season? Does everyone think he's going to bang?
I don't necessarily think it's guaranteed he's going to bang.
I think it's a bigger risk.
Yeah, but I think everybody downplaying that players come from Portugal don't normally succeed in England is a bit of a myth at times. There's a few high profile ones, but some of them do.
I think it's going to be it's a much higher risk in terms of translating to England. Really, I really think Sesko's the better striker. I honestly think he's the better striker.
Because all Arsenal fans are saying, Gyokeres, no, don't go. Like they're bang on him. They're like they want him.
Yeah, but an argument I keep on hearing is that people keep on dissing the Portuguese. It's not that people are dissing the Portuguese league and my argument is always it's going to be a higher risk. You're playing teams in Portugal that are like League One level and stuff like that. Like if I'm fighting Anthony Joshua. And you can say, but he's got 5 defeats, and I'm undefeated. But all I've been doing is fighting like Girl Scouts. Like it's my record, and I got 100 fights. And I'm
beating up women. No, we can't beat up women. Our analogies.
Sorry, Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts.
It wasn't even women. It was teenage girls, brother. It wasn't even women.
You jumped on me for just mentioning someone's name, and you let that. What's going on there, lads?
You've got a track record, though, chick.
Not track record and beating women. No.
Wow! Wow!
We're not saying that. We're not saying that.
Disclaimer.
Your analogy's mad, yeah. Hey,
Sorry.
crazy.
Over 40s. I don't think it's a higher. He could succeed, but I just think it's a higher. It's a difference between barging over,
No, but
We get it.
Yeah. And a lot of his goals have come against a lot of the lower sides in Portugal, by the way.
No, but wait, hold on. He's done his thing in Champions League.
Okay, I knew you were going to say that, actually. And I know you know the answer to this as well.
Go on.
He had a great time against Man City. Do you look at Man City's back line for that? It was very much a makeshift back line.
I was going to say Arsenal when he hit the post, man. He did a little bit of damage.
Wait. Your reference, he did it in the Champions League and then go to a shot off target.
Berta, get the checkbook.
Nearly, isn't it?
Yeah. I reckon he's going to be a hit, but it's a risk. I still think it is a little bit of a gamble.
Like, so on Gyokeres, to me, like I'm like, there's so many ways this could go. Like, if you look at the Drogba, like I'm not saying he's Drogba, but Drogba was a late developer. Like it was, I remember he was like 26 or so when he's
Marseille,
and
waited him out.
Rassi's a late bloomer.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm not saying it's the same, but I'm like, Gyokeres to me, like he's a bit like a bit of a bulldozer type,
he is.
And he just keeps going and going, and I'm like,
we need that.
You need that in the Premier League, and I've seen so
Who's
many.
Who's going to bulldoze in the Premier League?
Nunes.
If you have that level of physicality,
defenders. What defenders?
Oh, defenders.
Is he bulldozing Pinnock from Brentford? I don't think so.
I saw Osimhen.
Those Gabriel and Kivio.
Like Ash, do you remember when do you remember when we played Galatasaray in the Europa League and we played them?
That was a good game.
I saw Osimhen like up close, and I was like, "Yeah, this guy will be fine in the Premier League." You know when you like watch somebody, you're like, "Yeah, he'd be fine," even if like they're gonna be.
Yeah, but that's African PNP, bro.
Yeah, I understand that. And
Gyokeres
different. Gyokeres is like
Amalot. Special.
I feel like Gyokeres is like compound V Chris Wood. Yeah? You see what I'm saying with that?
I'm with you. Compound V. I'm with you.
Yeah, so like that.
Like with Haaland, you can tell. I had a lot more faith in Haaland when he was coming over to the league. Like you can tell pace, power, strength, like really, really good pace, like incredible. You can tell with Haaland. But people are now trying to say you can see Haaland, you can see Gyokeres. Do you? Can you really see that? I can't see that.
Haaland was naturally big, strong, and all of that. Gyokeres is wham. He eats weights in the gym, bro. He's too big. He's too big.
Listen, I said this on another stream. I was like, the guy's 94 kg, and I'm not weight watching.
94.
94. That's what Google says. 94 kg.
Wow, aerodynamic.
Another striker within 10 kg of him.
No, but why did you search that?
Because I was saying that he was too big. like in the Premier
I
League.
got kids. I can't care for this. I got kids.
Pardon left me.
Listen, I'm saying
Pardon
it.
left.
You,
This
I
is
say
left.
like in the Premier League with like the twists and turns and the intensity that you're playing at.
What we
like,
doing here?
Injuries. I'm looking out for it.
Jay, what we
Yeah,
doing here, bro?
I was googling it to prove.
Nah, don't Google it again, bro.
I don't need to Google it again because and now I know what he weighs. So I have the information I required after the first Google. I agree. No reason to be Gyokeres' weight moving forward.
Yeah. It is a bit mad, but when you look at that, like the standard weight and the average weight of a Premier League striker, he's over it by a decent amount.
Yeah.
Oh, is that heavy?
Just so
It's heavy. It's heavy.
How heavy is heavy for about?
Because okay, you're not gonna like this, but I googled some other footballers' weights to compare. It wasn't like it was. I needed some comparison points immediately after.
I respect this thorough analysis.
But there's no more googling of footballers' weights after this.
Jay finished his PT schedule and thought he'd see where he lined up with Premier League footballers.
It's not how it sounds. It's how it looks, but it's not how it sounds.
It don't look good though, man.
Yeah.
How it looks like. Jokes, man. Just jokes, man. Yeah, no, it's crazy. But you know what? It's going to be interesting because obviously a lot of Arsenal fans do have a lot of like weight or a lot of like hope.
Back on the weight too.
Started now. They've got a lot of hope on Gyokeres banging for them because they need that top striker in it. They need that striker to finish off the dinner. But yeah, man, I don't know. What do you lot think in terms of like Chelsea won the World Club Cup?
Who cares about them friendly tournaments, man? Get the fuck out of here.
Is that what's you say? You're not rating it? It's like obviously the route to the final was a bit. I don't know. People are kind of questioning that, but
I rated it by the end of it. I did going into it. I didn't rate it, but by the end of it, I was like, okay.
They beat PSG. They beat PSG.
Nah, the clubs.
So did we.
All the clubs in that tournament, they tried. They actually
XG in it.
Oh wow.
No, we beat them earlier in the Champions League. We played in the league.
In the group stage. In the group stage.
That's it, group stage in the league group or whatever. When it didn't count as usual.
Yeah, they beat him. Was it 2-0 you won? Was it 3?
Yeah.
2-0, yeah. 2-0.
Did you actually watch? You know, I didn't watch one game.
I watched everything that wasn't on at 2:00 in the morning.
I went to see one game and it said it was in a MetLife. And I was like, well, they're playing in MLS. No football in MLS don't count. You play football in America, that shit don't count. So I didn't watch none of it. None of that shit.
They were celebrating hard, though. They're World Club.
When Auckland's Sailors Club in that.
That was the only madness when they were just getting, like they were getting beat. They're not even a professional team. It's mad.
So you're saying the standard of the cup was trash then?
No, there was a couple of teams that were way off, but a lot of the games were very competitive. And early on, the Brazilian, like the South American sides, were really good as well. Like so the energy they were bringing to the tournament, they produced.
Chelsea, what are they top 4? Are they title contenders or neither?
You know what? A better narrative. Yeah, you see how they've won the Champions League, and everybody says that they're the biggest club in London. You don't remember that narrative?
Oh yeah. That's what's
now they've won a clean sweep of every trophy that's ever been made and designed. Are they the biggest club in England?
No.
I think over the last. I think over the last 20 years,
Liverpool have won the most trophies.
Successful.
But they haven't won the club league. Whatever. Well,
but when you do the rankings of the trophies, if you've won like 20 prems and they've won,
it'll be Liverpool followed by Man United.
Yeah, but we
just have to call it for what it is.
We've won more leagues than Chelsea, and they're the bigger club in London than us, so you can't weigh that much.
Are you guys saying biggest club according to like trophy metrics and stuff like that again? Is that
they've won everything?
I think Arsenal and Chelsea. I think Arsenal are a bigger club by culture, but Chelsea are arguably a bigger club in terms of like I don't know, like
Champions League.
A lot of the 20-year-old players really do like rate Chelsea very highly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think because when they were growing up, Chelsea were always winning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
their
Man
generation
City for
see
them.
Chelsea as a
crazy.
very big club who win all the time. So I'm like, if I look at it from that point of view, like even the players like a Caicedo and stuff, they beat Liverpool to it, Lavias and stuff like that. They're still going toe to toe, and it's not just wages that they're beating them on. They're beating them on like project, vision, history.
Yeah,
Chelsea have a lot. Like they've got a lot. Even like,
If Chelsea get that 60, 70 capacity stadium, it's gonna be crazy.
I think Chelsea have managed to change the narrative of their club over the last 20, 30 years, which is what any club would want. But if we're talking about history, since the beginning of English Premier League, it's going to be Liverpool and Man United. Like, you just can't sit here and lie to yourself. And then I would say probably, if taking all rivalry aside, going on what I know from the Premier League, it'll then be Arsenal, then followed by Chelsea.
But then if you're looking at it from a 20-year-old, it's Chelsea.
Yeah, I know, but that you can't be looking at it from a 20-year-old. You got that's what I'm saying. Like, a 20-year-old will go and be like, City have won the last 6 titles. Liverpool have only won 1, but Liverpool's history is far bigger than City. City can't talk to Liverpool. That's mad.
Yeah, but the 20-year-olds ain't gonna like that though, man.
I don't care for the 20-year-olds. They think Jim Jones is better than Nas. I don't care for them. Man.
Well, it's progressive. We might, I think we should get rid of Parliament and put more 20-year-olds in it.
Oh,
I think we should put the Secretary of Defence as a 20-year-old as well. I think that would really do the country a lot of good.
That's and Joshua, great comment. Anyone under 26 has no memory of Arsenal winning a league title.
Oh,
crazy. Yeah, and 20-year-olds. Told you, it's all that matters.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not all that matters. But if you're trying to tell a 23-year-old that Arsenal are definitively bigger than Chelsea, and all he's known in his life is Chelsea being,
and we tell him, then the big clubs like us tell him you know nothing. What I want to say is that thing about Chelsea winning all the, it's just, I call it one of those things. A few of us clubs, we have one of those things. Man City have a 4-peat, yeah, they've got a treble. Arsenal's got the Invincibles. Liverpool's got the 5-time Champions League winners, the real, not replica. No, I'm saying the replica, like the real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get me. One of those things. You get me.
Spurs,
that's what Chelsea has. Chelsea has one of those things.
And Ginola.
Hey, how did we get to that? Wait a minute.
Gaza.
They can brag that they've won all those trophies.
Morgan Gibbs-White, no NTA.
No, it's been a great show, guys. Hello this week. Fucking idiots. Imbeciles. You guys are real funny, Good jokes. Yeah, man. Right, last bit. I'm gonna end it though. I am gonna end it. Can we talk about Man City's 3-point? No, I'm joking. I want to talk about Lamine Yamal's dwarf parties, like the Diddy parties. What's going on there, man?
How we get here?
Yeah, I know. This sounds just as suspect as Jay searching on Gyokeres' weight, bro. What's going on?
Hey, Lamine,
how do you even know about this?
Diddy parties? Did you not know?
No.
Last thing I heard, he bought a chain, bro. That's the last thing I heard.
Hey, Lamine Yamal, on his birthday, he said, F it. Listen, I'm bringing everyone in it. And apparently, they're trying to investigate him for having dwarfs. He said, everyone chuck your phones out, put your phones away. I'm getting dwarfs in my party. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I heard Little Man was there still. I'm not going to
Yeah.
I said Little Man, Leon Bailey as well.
My man's from Villa, you know. Now, but in the real talk, City were they're getting a 3-point deduction, isn't it?
How?
Is that real? Is that report real?
No, it's not. It's not real.
City are getting a 3-point deduction after
not real. It's not real.
115-point thing. It's not real.
Impossible.
No, right. And the youth, man, he's look at the youth, and then a few comments later, he goes, he says something like, "That's just my perception," or something like that. It's not
Oh,
real. Free
I
flash.
thought it
What
was a
kind of
real
journalism
thing.
is this, man?
No, I thought it was a real thing because a City fan said it, bro, early today. So I was like, rah. So I thought it was legitimate. Thought they actually got away with
If
it.
I was a City fan, that would be a great lie to tell, innit?
Yeah, I
That'll
hear
be
that.
all over the news, man.
Was it
Yeah,
on the
no,
news? I see.
what do you not think they're going to get done though? You reckon they're going to get stung with 115, or they're going to
No.
get away with it?
Yeah.
I'm focused on the ATP. As long as they don't, if they get cleared for that, I just want our sponsorship deals unblocked, man. We've got 4 pending.
Fam, that's all they care about, fam. They don't
Yeah.
care. They just want to spend that
So
money.
Newcastle have the interest to see that.
I still
Yeah. Cool. Why do you think there's so much stuff at the club still unsponsored? They're waiting. As soon as that gets decided, the sponsorships will start flying in, bro.
Don't worry, bro. When you see Spurs walk out with Air Saudi, we'll be there as well, bro.
Hey, why do you think we did that? So when these sponsorship starts coming in, Daniel Levy can say nothing.
Yeah, I don't want him to say
You better
that.
kiss
I
the
just
ring.
want Air Saudi on the shirt.
You better kiss the
Yeah.
ring.
Apparently.
As soon as Daniel Levy goes, but that sponsorship is going to be, hey, remember whose pocket you're sat in now, bruv?
And these rules better stay in place, man.
Chestnut
To save
checkers.
football. To save football.
It's 4D chess as well, too.
Game of Thrones, bro.
Hey, has anyone got anything else they want to bring up before I wrap the show up?
I was only going to say, do you guys think for City, just on last on City, like, where do you guys think they're going to finish season coming up? Because I think Pep is tired. I know I'm tired right now, but I think Pep is tired.
Yeah, 6 segues.
They're getting better though. They're getting better.
Most with the most. Yeah.
Last season, Pep had a lot of issues. Obviously, his wife was trying to leave him and all that kind of stuff. But last I heard, man's reconciled. You know, he's back in the house. It could be.
But the Cup Winners' Cup, the World Club, the same City. He was selecting the same players. He's not.
But them man are tired. Just like you said, you're tired. I'm tired. They were tired, bro. They played too much football.
Maresca wasn't tired. He was well up for it.
Nah. Them man were tired. Maresca's got like 60 players to pick from.
Facts.
I don't know. Yeah. I think top 3 though.
I think.
I'd
City,
say top 3.
I think City have lost a little bit of their vim.
So what about the ending? Tune, you don't give no credit to the ending of the season they had.
No, they played really well. I do think paying like 200-300 million in January had something to do with it. And out of all those players, it's Mamouche who rescued them. If it wasn't, he could have bought all those other players. But if he didn't get Mamouche,
for real.
would City be in would they even be in the top 4?
Well, that's why I think they went, back again in the window this summer.
Yeah.
And they bought the Reinders, and Foden looks rejuvenated. I don't know.
Did they get the right players though? Because what's been their big, I know what they're like on the ball, but it's off the ball. They're pressed.
Rodri's back. So Rodri's back.
Reinders, is it going to be the same Rodri?
Yeah.
Reinders is not.
I hear it,
Yeah.
but they've also got, was that the Gonzalez brother they brought in as well? So
Pep
that's
don't like
They're
him.
going to sell him. He doesn't like him.
Pep don't like him. Said he was black.
Did you see the goals?
I did the Yaya thing, yeah?
Did you see the goals they conceded in that cup win? I know it's cup, but it's the same goals they conceded in the Premier League.
Yeah, it was stupid goals to be fair.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's looking
Got hit
scary.
with that Al Hilal celebration, which was top tier, bro.
Mad.
Yeah, if the players don't get it together, Pep ain't got the tactical.
He ain't got
genius.
the energy, bro. I'm telling you, this guy's got the energy to do it.
Didn't he tweak it? Hasn't he tweaked it again? Because now he's making his fullbacks overlap and he's making his wingers invert.
Yeah.
So
So maybe,
count them out, though, isn't it? It's so difficult to count them out, man.
yeah, exactly. Because he keeps changing it. So I don't know. Like maybe he's still doing the 3 at the back in possession. Maybe he holds one of the fullbacks back a little bit because now he's got actual fullbacks to play fullback positions. Like Vardyal's not going to play there anymore. He's going to play centre back. So maybe defensively they're a little bit more solid with Rodri sitting in front and Reinders. I think they play 2 CDMs with those 2, and one will go and then one will sit. Do you know what I'm saying? To give a bit more.
The Reinders purchase is a good purchase.
Yeah, I think the Reinders is a very good because that allows Rodri to kind of sit and then I think Reinders he's quite physical as well. He's not defensively shy. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's got enough on the ball to kind of compensate Rodri's, because you said Rodri's is going to come back the same. He might be able to pick up the baton. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So I don't know, man.
I'm Rodri midfield.
Huh?
what covering for Rodri in midfield in his first
They're,
year
they're
in
both going to be there.
the
They're both
Premier
going to
League.
be there, but one will sit at times and one will go, and then they will swap over. So he might be able to. We'll see in it. We'll see if the legs are the same, because I think the Club World Cup was a good little pre-season for him to kind of get up to speed, and now he's not going to come in straight fresh, if that makes sense. We'll see in it. Time will tell. But I had the same concerns that you had. Not concerned, but I thought, you know what? City got
You
found
just,
out last season. I'm not sure if
you
they're
can't
back.
count City out, man. They're nasty. They're
On the flip side, if they make it work, it's a problem.
Yeah, no, definitely.
There's a lot of talent in that team.
But then
do you
there's
what-
talent. There's
go on.
talent in Arsenal. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get Gyokeres. I think they're gonna get Eze probably or whoever. On top of all the depth they've got, Liverpool also lots of players. Tottenham, you guys are getting lots of players. Like I
Newcastle.
think Newcastle, we're gonna get lots of players. Like it's stacked. I think it's gonna come down to. I think it's gonna come down to managers and the leadership. And I think Maresca looks energized. Arne Slot is ready to do a double. Arteta
Oh.
needs to win.
Chelsea overseas. Is that what you're saying? Chelsea overseas.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Fair enough.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Chelsea
Those guys
have
are playing
fun.
like they're having too much fun. Like they're having fun. They're playing with smiles on their face. They're being creative. Like it's dangerous when I see a happy team like that.
This could be a low point winning season. I think anyone that gets 80.
Taking points in that.
No, but that's
Yeah. Taking the points. Yeah.
I reckon the team that wins it is gonna be like 85 or like 80 something. Like, and I don't even think they'll have like loads of defeats. It's just gonna be like battling against other teams. But for me, I think
The other teams are going to get lower points then, because I think there's going to be a
that's what I mean. I mean, like, so let's say for argument's sake, City get like a 74. Argument's sake, like Newcastle could go out and get a 75. It'll be something like that. It'll be like close, but City will be up there.
Hey, Chinks, what's your background? I just wanted to know. What is your background?
It's just it's my social medias. Can you not see it?
Is it all? No, you
I thought it was teletext.
Yeah, it's not clear, bro. You can't read it. I was trying to figure that out earlier.
Team sheet, brother, for Arsenal.
You thought it was what? The team sheet?
I thought it was Arsenal's 2022.
What's that? The kid and Chinks thing and that? Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick up. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. We're gonna end it there. So, everyone, any plugs?
Yeah, guys. Oh no, go on. I thought I was gonna go. Yeah, I got
moving like Jay.
I got a live show tomorrow, Toon Tactics TV, talking Isak, talking Ekitike, talking Liverpool, talking Chelsea. We're going to be actually talking about Chelsea. We've got our financial kind of expert, Chelsea fan, who comes on. That's going to let us know how they do all those Chelsea, all those financial loopholes on the show. So do join us for that, man.
Big up Toon Tactics TV. Make sure you go over there and like and subscribe to his channel. Also, preach, man. Fair Play TV. Talk to me, man.
Yeah. New channel up and running. Get me phase. We're gonna do this. So a couple shows we'll do. Just chatting. But yeah, man, just subscribe, man. See, it's early stages, so we need all the support. We got the man. Be calling everyone at some point. You get me?
Safe.
Yeah, this is us, man. Respect.
Love.
Yeah. I'll go quick. Where the Owls Sleep, Sunday evenings, 9 p.m. We just talk about random stuff, football. This week, we're going to do our club top 10. So we have a Newcastle fan, Tottenham, West Ham, Southampton, and Arsenal all doing their top 10 favourite moments from their club this week.
Cool.
Big up.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Spurs Order on the Touchline Frackers network. So New Spurs Order, feel free to, catch up with us, chat, banter, all of that jazz. New season starting. Can't wait, really.
Yeah. Game this Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Chinks, what you saying, man? Anything to plug?
Nah, man, catch me here, Fair Play TV, and on everyone's channel. Everyone here's channel. You catch me there, man. I'll be there.
Hey, big up to the chat each and every time, man. I couldn't even keep up this week, man. I apologize. But yeah, man, thanks for making the show what it is. Please make sure you do subscribe if you are watching for the first time. Big yourselves up. We're on a road to 4K. But yeah, man, I've been slacking. I can't lie. I'm going to start doing some Spurs content soon. So a Tuesday show will come back on. I know other people are trying to take our slot, but don't worry about that. We'll be back and we'll be taking our regular slot back. But yeah, man, peace and love. Big up to the panel each and every time. Love.